the last Wednesday of the month, so you know what time it is. It's time for you to go ahead and enter into the man cave.
Real quick, what play we gonna run?
You do look like a coach, though, man. You do look like a coach.
As always, a Smoooth Productions.
But Deion Sanders is not making $93 million.
Now, you don't never dip your pen in the company ink.
I'm glad you said pen. I thought that was going a different way.
No,
I didn't know where that was about to go.
Well, you can clip this. If I gave you $168 million, I want to know what type of fabric softener you're using on your initiatives. You know what I'm saying?
That's where you want to be. You want to be Steph. You want to have that range like that. You know, not just have the range. I mean, Steph can get to the cup.
We're going to have that platinum tier for the platform Sportstalk. You know what I'm saying?
We need some platinum sponsors. That's what we need. You know what I'm saying?
Messi, he could be described in 3 words. He's so horny at that moment. Yeah, I said that. That's going in the highlight tape. I know it is. You know,
knee alone. Friday, knee alone.
Fresh Prince knee alone.
The best man, knee alone, man.
Well, anyway, it was a good run while it lasted. So
Then they were exactly who we thought they is.
That's why we say we look at the guys that are in our OTE arena is who are you? You know,
Crazy story. The first time I touched a basketball court, I cried. I didn't want to go. They forced me to go. They put me in the van.
It's a give back to allow the young people to experience the game, to learn the fundamentals the right way.
All right, so it's the Man Cave coming to you live from the Platinum Sportstalk Network. My bad, Smooth. I won't mess it up no more. I got you, man. I got you. All right, you know what?
It's a platinum show, man. It's a platinum
Yeah, the show is platinum. That's why I keep saying it.
What is happening, everyone? It is another edition of the Man Cave. Your boy Smooth is back again. I know y'all saw me last night on the main show as we had a wonderful special MLB edition of the Platform Sports Talk Show. And tonight I am holding things down for Stand on the Man Cave. And when you know the Man Cave is on, anything is bound to go down. So if there's some words that just come out tonight, just some slippage, hey, you're dealing with a panel of men who all love sports and got things to say, and we say a different way here on the Man Cave. So we hope that you enjoyed this show tonight. Looking forward to it. Stan is taking care of some business, as he's a businessman and everything, so he got some prior obligations. So doing double duty and looking forward to having another amazing show of the Platform Sports Talk shows on the Man Cave. And before I bring in one of the panelists for tonight, I got to go ahead and do it. Give us that follow on Facebook, the Platform Sports Talk Show. Also, we on the X, formerly known as Twitter. And of course, we have Instagram, where we're live at right now as well, at Platform Sports Talk. If y'all know someone that would be an amazing guest on the show, have them shoot us an email, platformsportstalkshow@gmail.com. Also go on YouTube, subscribe, and click on that bell, because anytime we go live, you will be notified. The show will be uploaded right away on Facebook, on the X, on YouTube, on Instagram, and also on Roku. So if you have a Roku TV, just add the Platform Sports Talk Show as a channel, and boom, thank us later. And you can also listen to us every Wednesday night, and you can hear the replay every Sunday at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time on Hot 365 Radio, where it is always hot. Go on hot365radio.com, or if you have iOS or Android devices, put in the Play Store, Hot 365 Radio. You will see the app, and you will hear our voices sounding so amazing, so clear, so freaking sexy. I mean, it's just so amazing. Can you just imagine hearing a bunch of men talking sports? I know, ladies, it sounds so amazing. I know it sounds so great. You're welcome. So we just everywhere on the internet, as my boy Sadal be saying. Also, we on twitch.tv/Hot Hot 365 Radio and on Smoooth Productions. And yes, Smooth with 3 O's. So there's no reason why you can't check out what we have going on every Wednesday for the rest of your lives. And next week we have Ladies Night every first Wednesday of the month. Looking forward to it. They had an incredible show last month with Brittany Carter. And next week, got something even more special coming for y'all. So definitely stay tuned to Ladies Night next week. Shouts out to that wonderful, incredible panel of women who love sports. So with that being said, let's go ahead and bring in one of the first panelists. This dude here started the show with me almost 8 years ago. It'll be official next year. 8 years. What were y'all doing 8 years ago? I'm glad to say, man, that I've been able to share something like this with this guy for 8 years, man. This is my brother. I don't call him just a friend. He's my brother. And he's also your real estate DJ. Sadal, what's going on with you, man?
8 years, man. That's crazy.
Crazy
Talk. Man, I remember it like it was yesterday.
Man, and and you know what? I got to do some kind of reel about our first show. So when it's that time, it's gonna be hilarious.
Y'all will probably do a whole reel on my bloopers alone. That'll be y'all laughing at my expense.
Oh man, hey, like you said, during the Mortal Soul Era's studio session, anything that come out my mouth.
I can't watch what I say. I don't even. It's just like you said, man. I don't know what I'll be thinking sometimes. I don't know.
Just never know. But that's the beauty of this show, man. Just us being authentic, being original, and allowing people to, spend the next couple hours just enjoying what we have to offer. And we definitely encourage everyone to, hit that like, hit that, get the shares going, comment throughout the show, no matter what sports topic it is. We want to know what's going on in your world in regards to sports, because that's what we're here for. That's why we have this platform to do so. Up next, this man here, he's ready, I believe. Give me the thumbs up when you're ready. Okay, he's good to go. Just want to make sure. I want to put him out there. He like, wait a minute, the internet ain't right. Nah, he good though. He's ready to go. He's been with the Man Cave for a few months now. He wasn't on last month, had prior obligations, but he's back and he's ready to keep it real, keep it trill. And that's Mario. Rio, what's going on with you, brother?
Hey, how y'all doing?
Man, doing
y'all
well.
Looking young. Y'all looking real young like me. I like that. I like that. Man, we got to keep it young. Got to keep it young.
Say, they say black don't crack. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
Say the one that has hair on his head still.
Right.
Yes.
Well, at least we ain't.
I'm thinning, but the ocean's still there, so I got to keep the ocean afloat. You know what I'm saying? I got to keep the ocean there.
There it is.
Well, at least we're not doing the Carlos Boozer thing.
Oh Lord.
Oh. Ooh.
Yeah, we ain't doing that over here.
Let's not talk about the brotherhood like that. Let's not do that.
Oh my God.
Hey, I'm sorry, man. If it was truly my brother, I'd tell him the truth.
Right.
I agree.
Yeah, because that was.
I agree.
Shouts out to our.
Should have gave him the memo earlier.
Right. Shouts out to our favorite fan, Miss Dub. Says hello, fellows.
Miss Dub, a loyal viewer.
Most definitely.
Yes, she is definitely a loyal viewer.
Yeah, buddy. So shouts out to her and to all of our wonderful fans and friends and followers and the whole nine. Like I said before, tonight is going to be a great show. A lot to discuss. A lot has gone down since the last Man Cave show, so we got to cover a whole lot of things. Later on, we are scheduled to have Craig Black. You know, he's on the East Coast right now, so he's probably getting things ready to go, and then he'll be joining us. But we'll go ahead and get things started right now, fellas, because we got some things to talk about. So with that being said, what's the word, fellas? What's some things sports-wise that's been going on in your world that you just want to go ahead and get out? I'll go ahead and start with you first, Shadon.
And you know I can't bet on it. Can't bet on it. You know, I'm not a betting man, but if I were to make a wager, I would say
have a feeling you may know someone who is, huh?
Yeah. You know, I don't know anything about no parlays or nothing like that, but it seems to me that Shohei Ohtani's got a little problem on his hands with this whole gambling situation, man. It is a crazy, crazy ride. I know in our side chat, we've been talking about this for a minute, you know, at least since the story came out. So apparently, Shohei Ohtani's interpreter, well, former interpreter now, it's made some bad bets. Well, there's a lot of stories. It's a lot to unpack here.
Right.
So an ESPN reporter was reporting on this and said, hey, there was an investigation on a booker who had ran this whole gambling ring. And inside this gambling ring was Shohei Ohtani's payments. And the reporter asked about it, like, hey, what's this doing here? At first, the interpreter said, hey, you know, it was me. I was betting. I was got in a little bit over my head, and Ohtani helped me out and paid my debts. I'm like, okay, well, that would have been the story. That would have been cool. But no, it came out now afterwards. I think it was at a team meeting. It was after a game. And I guess the PR people for the Dodgers came in and said, hey, there has been a situation. And before the person can say anything, the interpreter gets up, starts to say, I'm sorry, I apologize, it's all my fault, and I got a gambling problem. And apparently the people that was in the room were saying, while Ohtani didn't speak a lot of English, he knew key words. And so he started to kind of scratch his head. Like, huh? What's going on? So it later comes out that no, Ohtani's interpreter did not get help from Ohtani from his gambling debts. It seems that he stole the money. Now he stole the money from his account. But there's a lot of different questions and things that I know I'm missing right now, but I'm still trying to piece together. I wish Joe was here from Ladies Night that can help me explain this, but just things are just not adding up, because if you know anything about their relationship, they were best friends.
Yeah.
And before the meeting started, they were chilling and laughing. Now all of a sudden, the man stole money from me. It's just not adding up. I don't know, Smooth, can you kind of fill in the gaps? What am I missing here?
Well, and I put this on the chat, and I said this last night, but the word is that this interpreter is being, what's the word I want to say? He's being labeled as a con artist. Apparently, he put in his profile that he was taking a role with a prior organization in Major League Baseball. So they did some research, and guess what? His information wasn't there. No, nothing's about him being on a prior team. Then they said that he attended this college back in the day, looked at his records. The college said, nope, never heard of this guy, never seen him before. So apparently, Shohei Ohtani has been with a guy who claims to be his best friend, but may have been using him. Now, the $700 million question right now is, well, if you're Shohei Ohtani, how in the hell do you not know that you have $4.5 million missing from your account? Now, of course, for us, because, we're not millionaires yet. Hence, I said yet. So if we see $450 taken out from our account, we gonna know that. Like, wait a minute, yo, what's going on? Now, granted, Shohei makes $300-400+ million now, and he has an accountant. He has this. He had a so-called confidant best friend / interpreter. So $4.5 million to him may be like $4.50 right now. So,
here's the question on that. Here's the question on that. I just a little point that you just made there. Now you said, hey, me and you, we're boys, we're brothers, right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't have my bank account information,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't care. I mean, hey, we boys, we cool, but you ain't got my bank account information.
Right.
He get his bank account information.
Mm-hmm.
And if he doesn't have his bank account information, somebody paid off them debts. If it wasn't the interpreter, who was it?
Right.
If it wasn't, if Shohei Ohtani is trying to cover for him, why? And then if he's not covering for him, is he the one getting covered?
Yeah.
Because he couldn't cover his bets.
Now, before I answer that question, I know someone who may have the answer. He's out there in DC area right now. Craig Black. Do you know?
Hey, fellas, what's up, fellas?
What's happening?
Fellas, let me apologize for being late. Man, it's been one of them days, man. It's been one of them months. I'm here though. And I heard y'all talking about somebody lying, somebody stealing, somebody what y'all talking about?
Yeah, we were talking about bad bets and people couldn't pay off debts and stuff.
You ain't talking about the team that's about to win the World Series this year. You ain't talking about them guys, are y'all?
The Washington National?
Wow. Wow.
Now, Craig, this is a bet that I will take.
Oh, wow.
That I didn't want me.
Come on, Sadar. That was
You
love.
sniffed the doggone playoffs, let alone World Series.
Hey, Sadar, take my money, my house, my car.
Hey, we're gonna take it all. Hey, but they some liars.
Yeah.
Both of them dudes betting on everything. Interpreter and him, they both lying. Why don't you just admit you were betting? What's the big deal? I don't understand it. I'll be honest with you. I haven't been following the whole scandal. All I know is them dudes was gambling. That's all I know is them dudes was gambling.
I tell you what's at stake, Craig. I tell you what's at stake. A whole career is at stake. A legacy is at stake. You ever heard of a man named Pete Rose?
But you know what? It's so much gambling in today's game of sports. What's the big deal right now? Are they saying he was gambling on himself or his team or the sport? What was? I don't. I'll be honest with you.
It's kind of like gambling today. Is kind of like what marijuana used to be back in the day. It used to be legal and it used to be banned everywhere. But nowadays, they got, it's legal in a lot of places. But they haven't changed the rules in some places. And so having the marijuana on you in some places will get you max penalty tops. And it's like, it ain't that bad. It's the same thing with sports and gambling. You know, back in the day, it's, you know, death sentence. Your career is over. You get banned from the sport. And unfortunately, Major League Baseball hadn't changed that rule.
So, dog, they are not going to ban this dude from the sport. He's too much money in this sport. His name, who he is, he generates too much for this sport. There's no way they're going. I don't care if he even admits it. They'll give him a tap on the shoulder, might suspend him for the season, and he'll be back next year. That's all that's going to happen.
So you're saying they're going to give him the Michael Jordan treatment back in the 90s?
Yes. Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
That wasn't a tap on the shoulder. That was just a pat on the wrist. That's all that was for Mike.
People are not familiar with what we're talking about. Back in the 90s, Michael Jordan had a gambling issue, and this didn't officially come out, but it's highly speculated amongst some good sources that David Stern asked him to step away from the game of basketball. Hence, after his father was tragically killed, and they believe it was because of the prior gambling that Michael Jordan was doing. And so he stepped away from the game for about 2 years, and then he came back. And there's further evidence of this. If you go back and listen to Michael Jordan's actual retirement press conference, he has a line in there where he says, somebody asked him, hey, will you ever come back to basketball? He says, if I feel healthy and if David Stern lets me, I will come back. Why would David Stern let you come back? I mean, what did you do? I mean, this is just a retirement, right? Why would you say something like that?
I'm just saying it's not going to be. He won't be gone. How long was Mike gone for? A year and a half? 2 years? How long was Mike gone?
Year and a half, 2 years.
2 years. 2 years.
Yeah. It won't be that long. It won't be. It'll never get nowhere near no Pete Rose with this guy. Come on now. There's too much gambling going on right now.
Manfred has done a lot of questionable things, and a lot of people really don't like his moves. I think he's stupid enough to ban him from the sport. I think he's stupid enough to do it.
I don't think he's gonna do that. I don't think he's gonna do that, Sadal, on account of what Smoooth was saying. Otani, he bring in too much money. He bring in too much money.
Yes,
I think
I agree with you.
He's probably the top pitcher in baseball right now.
Top player,
hands down.
I'll agree with you guys, but on the strength of the whole cover-up story, they're gonna run with that, and then they won't even have to get to that question. It'll be like an open and shut case, Johnson. They stole the money. Yeah. The interpreter stole the money, and that's a done deal. Boom. They're gonna try to forget about it.
So my question is, he says that he's going to fully cooperate with the feds and the whole investigation, kind of like he's trying to prove his innocence by sharing that, hey, I want to be part of it. Any questions y'all have, I'm here to answer it. I'm down with whatever needs to be done. What are your thoughts on that?
Here's my thoughts. If it all depends on what the feds find. If they find that Otani was the one gambling, there's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. So what do you do? If you're Major League Baseball, what do you do?
Nothing. You don't do a damn thing.
If you don't do anything,
nothing is you give him the year off. He takes a year off. He comes back next year and he plays. Come on,
okay.
We know,
but then that opens up Pandora's box, then, Craig. That opens up Pandora's box, then, Craig. What happens to Pete Rose?
Age of pro sports. It's going to be a Major League Baseball team in Vegas very soon. Come on, we're in a new age of pro sports right now,
yes,
man. They don't care.
But
it's about one thing. M-O-N-E-Y.
Pete Rose.
You take
Pete Rose. Pete Rose.
They don't give a damn about Pete Rose.
He's gonna have an argument. He's gonna have an argument then. Like, wait a minute, you banned me from the game. I tried to get back in from the gambling.
The wrong era.
Hey,
chose to gamble at the wrong time.
That's what I was getting ready to say.
It's gonna be if you do one, you're gonna do the other.
Hey, it's sad to say. I feel bad for Pete. You right. It's like the whole same thing with this whole Heisman Trophy BS with my man who from USC.
Reggie Bush.
Bush. Come on, now we all know Reggie Bush still had that damn Heisman. Come on now. Come on. He got caught up at the wrong time. He's a fool for giving it back. I would have never gave my Heisman Trophy back. I don't know why he ever did that. But nevertheless, it's a timing thing. It's a timing thing. Because now everybody's getting paid. It's just different times, different crimes, different times, different punishments.
And money driving it all.
But I don't think they're going to find anything. I think the proper people are going to get paid off well, and is the original story is going to stick that it was the interpreter being a con artist and stole the money magically. But we all know the truth, man.
Before we continue on with the sports topic, now that we have you on, Craig, I know you live in the DC area, man. And I know it's been a whole lot going on since the bridge collapse. So first of all, on behalf of the Man Cave Show and the Platform Sports Talk Show, our condolences to the families affected by what happened in Baltimore, less than 48 hours ago. Just tell us from your point of view, Chris, since you're out there in the area, what's been the vibe going on since the situation happened?
It's been sad, man. I mean, when I first saw it, I really thought it was fake. I thought it was just some little hoax or something, somebody put something up on the net. Because it just didn't look real at first, it looked like a movie scene. But it's affected a lot of areas. It happened up in Baltimore. It's like where am I at? It's probably like almost an hour and probably 15 minutes from where I'm from right now. I've been over that bridge probably like, I don't know. I can't even say how many times in my lifetime, but it's an unfortunate incident. All these wild stories about the internet is just, I say the platform that we on going across this internet streaming, it's terrible, man. The internet is just all the little conspiracy theories about terrorism. It's this, it's that. It's an accident, and it happened. It's nothing more than that. It's just, it's sad to say it like this, but it's fortunate that this didn't happen during the day, because it would have been a lot more people lost, and it would have been a lot more tragic. So I just pray for the everybody that was lost in this tragedy. Baltimore has put up a state of emergency. It's just crazy, man. It's just crazy. Things like this shouldn't happen, but it is what it is, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. After watching the video over and over again, seeing it on so many outlets and so many times, you kind of, I mean, this is just my opinion. This ain't got to do with anybody else. You watch the bridge collapse, and you're seeing, in my eyes, I'm like, why did that bridge go down so easily, though?
So easily.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like it crumbled just like, I mean, I don't know how much one of them cargo ships weigh. I don't know what that, I just know this country's infrastructure is terrible. As much taxes we pay across on all, in every state, all bridges, all need to be redone. It's like our infrastructure, the highways, everything. That's the last thing we worry about until something like this happens. But it's sad. Prayers out to the family, everybody that was lost.
Definitely prayers out, man. So let's continue on. Mario, what's the word?
I know y'all been paying attention to the, the hype with the Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight. It's very, very, very interesting. I've been kind of following Mike as he's been training for this fight. He's been putting a lot of stuff on social media. I personally don't think that this is gonna be something that he take a dive for, because to me he training too hard, way too hard. And I think the last time Mike fought was like in 2005 professionally, and then he fought what was it, exhibition fight with Roy Jones. So you know, this right here, I don't think he's gonna take this too lightly. So I don't know if I'm gonna watch it, which I say now, but you know, eventually I probably will, just to see what happens. But I'm curious to see what y'all think about this, because like I said, Mike's training way too hard to treat this as, you know, some type of charity event. Way too hard.
I think either way it goes, Jake Paul's a chump. You know, and Mike Tyson is Mike Tyson, granted, but Mike Tyson is almost 60 years old,
right?
And when Jake Paul was faced with fighting, you know, real contenders, he ducked and dodged. He wants to fight these non-athletes and former athletes from different sports and people that are past their prime in either MMA or boxing. He don't really fight real people. He wants to fight, you know, guys like this. Mike Tyson, God bless him. I hope he knocks him out. But man, you know, age catches up to us all, man. And I don't know. I really do hope. Now he does look good when he's training. You know, his training, you know, the videos look good and everything, but I hope he does knock him out. But I don't know. I don't know what to expect, man. I'll be watching though.
Y'all really want to ask me this? You know, man.
Come on, Craig.
I mean, you know, it's I'm not mad at Jake Paul. Let me say that first, because you know what? Everything's a money grab, and you know who's great at getting the money and generating the money right now? It's Jake Paul.
The Paul brother.
You can't deny it.
Yeah,
you cannot deny it. I mean, at the end of the day, boxing was on a down. It was going down. It was like, boxing, what is this? You were mad at boxing because the decisions, you wasn't getting the right fights. Then Jake Paul comes along and he puts the WWE, the old WWF spin on boxing.
Mm-hmm.
And he makes it fun. And he makes the money doing it. So I'm not mad at Jake Paul. Mike Tyson about to get a hell of a check. He needed. So it is what it is. So whoever thinks that this is a real fight is just, you know, you caught up in the hype. Man. You caught up in the hype. I mean, this it is what it is, man. If Mike loses, Mike loses. If Mike loses, Mike wins. If Jake loses, Jake loses. If Jake loses, Jake wins. You understand? There's no loser in this because they both going to get paid. It's not even about the fight. It's about one thing. It goes back to your baseball with I can't even pronounce the dude's name. It's about this. It's about what this country is right now. This is what the United States is right now. This is what we're caught up with. Money. It's about hype, exploitation. It's about the grandeur of it. It's like some people out there, some of y'all really hate Jake Paul. Can't stand him. And guess what? Those are the ones that's going to pay all that money to see him fight Mike Tyson and make all that money. We can't stand. We hate Jake Paul with a passion. He getting all the money off of your hate. It's like with this little orange dude with the small hands about to do this country again. We can't stand him. And guess what? He going to be your president again. It's crazy, man. It's like we've taken this entertainment and this internet has turned into almost reality. It's kind of, we don't even know where to blur the line at anymore. It's like, if you watch some things that come across this net and how some people act and how they react to stuff, you can't even talk. It's like when one of Jay-Z's lines, he said, you can't argue with a idiot because sometimes you don't know which one. I don't know how the line went, but you don't know which one is the idiot. You can't get caught up in that because you don't know. They win every time because you look just as dumb as they are. And that's what this whole Mike Tyson, Jake Paul fight is. It's dumb as hell, but guess what? 1 million people gonna tune in, and 1 million people gonna pay that money, and he gonna get paid. So it doesn't matter, man. Mike don't care about. We caught up in Mike's whole reputation. Mike worry about one thing. Mike worry about one thing that night. When it's over, where that check go, where that money go. That's all Mike worry. Mike gonna put on the show. Mike gonna be up there whooping. He gonna be mad. I bet as soon as the cameras go off, Mike gonna be laughing like, huh, you know what? I did it again. I got this money. He like, I got my money back that Don King ripped me off of all them years ago. I got some of that money back. It's sad, but that's what our country, that's what this whole everything is coming to. It's like we can't even. It's hard to like just what's the real true sport right now? Who is the real athlete right now? It's like, I don't know. We used to like basketball, football, boxing. We used to, hockey, baseball. We used to carry those sports up like they're real athletes. You know what I'm saying? But now it's like everything is so watered down, man. It's just this whole this internet done tainted every damn thing. It's crazy. Even listen to my dumb ass, right? You listen to me. You listen to my dumb ass. Look at you, listen to me. It's real. I mean, that's my opinion, but hell,
it's crazy. It's crazy. Everything's a money grab, man. And this is something to be said about purity in sports. If you really love the sport, whether it be boxing or the NFL or college sports, when you talk about the NIL, it's something to do with purity of the game, your perception of the game when you were young, and how it's changed over time when you get older and you kind of realize the business side of everything. It kind of like takes away from all of that.
Because all these institutions have created this monster themselves by being corrupt and dirty toward the purest of all these sports. Had they not been this greedy, had this American greed not ran rampant through all these sports right now, we wouldn't be where we are right now. Had all along over the years, if we started paying college athletes 25, 30 years ago, chopping salaries, equally, figuring out ways to get them money, you know what I'm saying? But no, they didn't want to do that. They wanted to keep cashing their $1 billion TV money. They wanted to do the sports thing and just keep cutting them out. They wanted to keep doing this stuff on every different level of all sports and not really trying to pay the athletes. Now it's like the athletes are controlled. Now, I don't want to say the inmates are running the asylum. That's not what it is. It's just they're getting what they deserve now. And it's kind of, and now they're trying to say, oh, well, the sports has lost its integrity. Oh, now that they're getting their money, there's no integrity in the sport. Now the sport is not pure no more, because now it's time for the athlete. You can't get all your money no more. You can't keep every last cent. So it's no purity in the sport. Smooth, we had this argument, me, you, and
T-Bone.
What's my man? T-Bone had this argument a while ago about Nick Saban. Come on now, man. It's like it's too real right now. It's like, come on now, you running away from the sport right now because the playing field is even, because you were doing NIL before NIL was even NIL. You had like 5, 10, 15 5-star recruits sitting on your bench paying everybody.
They're called boosters.
Come on,
it wasn't money, Craig. It was boosters.
Yeah, I worked through. It was just supporters. Come on, man. Stop the BS.
All
Man.
right, so Craig, and I can't speak with T-Bone, but my argument in regards to Nick Saban was that you felt that it was the players that made him. Where I'm saying was it was the other way around. Is that because of who he was and what he's done with previous teams winning national championships, he was the draw, and that's why students wanted to go to Alabama because they knew they had a better opportunity before NIL and transfer portal. I got to add that in now because that's a huge game changer. But he was the reason why the students were going to Alabama because they knew that was a fast track route to get to the NFL and get paid. So it wasn't Nick Saban was it wasn't the other way around where it wasn't about Nick Saban. No, it was Nick Saban and what he did. You said Nick Saban, you think winning, you think about opportunity, and that's why kids were going to Alabama. But now, hold on. But now the game done changed because the students have the power now. And as you brought up earlier, he realized that because he even said it at the freaking Supreme Court when his wife came up to him and said, "What are we doing? What's going on with the sport? Like, what happened to the kids having passion and wanting to be at school to actually be in school and learn?" No, now these kids are at school because they want to get paid. So now that he doesn't have that power to say, I can get you paid if you come to Alabama and I make you the best player or one of the best players in the game, he don't have that power no more. So that was my argument about Nick Saban at that time, was because he had the power prior to NIL and transfer portal. Now it's fair game.
My whole thing was about Nick Saban was the hype around him being this great coach, and I say this every time. I don't care if we go 30 years back with the players that he had. Anybody could have been a Nick Saban, point blank. I don't care if you put any coach. You could have put me up there to coach them teams, and I would have won. I don't know that one. I can't run that one goddamn play in any damn playbook, but I'd have figured out a way to win a national championship with them players. And that's what I'm saying. And only reason players let's be real. Let's go back to what you just said. Only reason the players were there was to go get paid. It was all about a money thing. So that's why head coach. That's why I had an issue with Nick Saban, because he was not this great coach. He had he was not a great coach. He had players. That's what all it was about.
In college, he was that great coach.
He had the biggest machine. If you got
he was the machine.
He was.
What machine you talking about, Craig? What machine? What machine, Craig? What machine you talking about, Craig?
The Alabama was a machine. Is a machine.
He won at LSU.
Right.
He went to LSU. He wasn't just
listen.
He went to LSU too.
Let me say something real quick. What you said, Smooth, because I'm gonna piggyback on both of y'all stuff, and we're gonna go forward. I'm gonna piggyback on Smooth stuff first. What he said is factual. It's correct. What he said before NIL, before all of that, your job as a head coach, which they really do now, but they take it to a different degree, is recruit. That's what you have to do as a collegiate coach. At that time, that's what he was good at. He was good at recruiting. That's why his roster was stacked like that. And I'm going to tell you how his roster was. His roster was considered, which is called next man up. That's how that roster was in Alabama. So you can recruit a 4-star, a 5-star. You already got a 5-star there. He graduated. So the next man up is the pro. That's how his program was. So you can't knock a man and say that he was not a great coach, because to me, recruiting is part of being a great coach. So what I'm going to say about that is when John Calipari came to Kentucky and he recruited all of those kids that came through that program, and went off to the NBA that was one and done. Before NIL, we had the same thing. So you can't say that these coaches, quote, cannot coach, because they can. They can coach, Craig. Yes, Alabama was a machine because he made a culture. You got to develop a culture. You got to have these kids to buy into this system. If the kids don't want to buy into the system, next man up. The next man up going to buy into the system, and the next man that don't want to buy into the system, what he's going to do now? He's going to go into the transfer portal, and he's going to go somewhere else so he can find somewhere else to play.
So my only thing that I'm saying, I'm not calling them trash coaches. I'm not saying they're garbage coaches. I'm just saying that that you're saying that they're the best coaches ever is BS because they had all the damn kids because they had the machine to take the kids to the next level. You just said it's next. Hold on. You just said it's next man up. They had every goddamn.
I'm gonna throw something at you in a few minutes too.
You got a 5-star sitting behind a 5-star sitting behind a goddamn 5-star. How you not gonna not want? How you not gonna command more? All I'm saying is you can put any other coach and put it in that system. You saying he's the recruiter? You saying he created that? That was all him.
Yes,
he did that.
Yes,
that's what it is. That's exactly what it is.
So I'm gonna say this real quick. I'm gonna say this real quick.
Are you saying
I'm really
money? Are you telling me it wasn't the
I'm
money?
gonna really leave it alone right here.
It was him more so than the money.
You said all the players, right? I'm gonna really throw something at you real quick. Name me 4 other players that were stars that John Wooden had at UCLA besides Kareem. Name me 4 other players that was nice, that was cold besides Kareem, and John Wooden won all them titles in UCLA. You can't. You can't. Okay. I know you can't. Okay. So don't say you gotta have a stacked team to win championships because you don't.
Okay, Craig. So are you saying Coach K?
You saying you don't have to, but he did though. But go ahead.
Craig. So with your logic, are you saying that Coach K, Mike Krzyzewski, ain't a great coach?
Now, hey, be careful. Be careful before you speak, because I'm a Duke fan. Be careful before you speak.
Oh, I can't stand them anyway. I'm gonna say dog stuff about them anyway. What they have? Who likes Duke? Hey, ask me who like the Cowboys. Ain't nobody like goddamn Duke. Everybody hates Duke.
Craig.
But hold on.
Answer the question.
Y'all throwing other things. I'm talking about one person. I'm talking about Nick and Saban. That's what I'm saying.
The whole subject.
Listen to what Smoooth had to say though.
Right. This whole subject gets the same thing, but just different coach. So I'm asking you once again: is Coach K? Do you consider him a great coach? Yes or no? Say it, Craig.
Come on.
I hate him.
It's not gonna hurt you to say it.
I hate him.
You said no.
You
said no.
No.
You said no.
I hate him though. Hold on.
Come on, say it.
I dislike Coach K strongly. How about that? I do not. I'm not a fan of him. Okay, I'll admit it. He was a good coach. He didn't have.
Great coach.
He was a good coach.
He was great, man.
Great.
He was great.
The difference between him, I guess, what I'm saying from football to basketball, I just think, but he was. Hold on. But now that I start more and more thinking about it, as the years after we got past them 90s, the years kind of caught up with Coach K. He wasn't getting all them. Hold up. He wasn't getting all them top recruits. It was getting spread. It was getting spread. A lot of them recruits was getting spread across the country. He wasn't pulling in every single top player every year. It seemed like the game caught up. The players started to get spread out a little bit, and it kind of caught up with him. He wasn't doing it year after year. I believe in football, I believe it's harder. I don't know if it's harder to run it back in football or basketball. I don't know. But nevertheless, it's all the thing I'm saying. Fuck that. I'm going back to Nick Saban. Nick Saban was not. Let me go back to my original argument. Y'all doing monkeys in the game.
They say you wrong.
Make the Saban ass, man. He was just, man, y'all just can't tell me that this dude, that all these other coaches, he commanded all that money that he was making. As soon as the landscape changes, he ran from the game. Come on, man. That's just because he can't
But I
control it.
believe though, Craig, honestly, just from me, as this year went by for him, I think it was time for him to walk away from the game.
He wasn't gonna win no more. That's
it won't even. I don't even think it was about winning no more because the culture there was not the same.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody, when I talk to people like that, they be like, culture. It's the same thing in professional sports. If you can't buy into the system, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. If you don't,
that's the reason Deion Sanders said he would never coach in the NFL because it's just he won't have that same effect on the youth that he really wants to. And I think it goes beyond just football for him.
And it is beyond football for him. For Sadal, it is. But don't be a Nick Saban hater, man. Don't be a Nick Saban hater.
That's all you sound like.
Yes, I am. I am a proud. My name is Craig Black, and I'm a Nick Saban hater.
All right,
Craig, I'm not mad at you,
right?
Because I am a fellow hater, but not of Nick Saban, but of another coach, and that's one coach named Bill Belichick. I'm glad he's gone.
Hey.
I'm gonna leave that one alone too.
All right, so let's continue on with what's the word, Craig? What has your attention? What's the word?
He said a lot already.
Right line.
I got more words. I think it's a word in my NCAA bracket right now. I'm leading my group right now. You know what I'm saying? I filled out my brackets in 5 minutes, and I can't believe I'm winning. I'm just kind of astonished right now. I'm number one. Going into the Sweet 16, I'm leading the big bread ballers bracket right now, and I'm gonna get all this money, baby. I picked them on the fly, and I'm damn good. That's all I got to say. That's the word. Let's get this money, baby.
Well, the tournament ain't over.
You got Duke in your bracket,
tournament ain't over yet.
I got. You know what? I got I have a UNC winning it all.
Really? Okay.
Really?
Yes, I do. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's deep right now.
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna definitely get into more of the March Madness on our next segment coming up. I have a few things that has my attention. What's the word? One came out today. Speaking of March Madness, but Ice Cube and the Big Three, he has offered Caitlin Clark, who people will regard as the best college player in the game right now. She's currently the all-time scoring leader in NCAA history. He offered her a $5 million deal to play on the Big Three stage. They play, I believe, 8 regular season games and then maybe 2 or 3 playoff games, depending on how far you go. He was like, well, hey, the women's game, the WNBA, they don't pay as much as, of course, the NBA do. So it's like, let's say, for instance, one of the top players in WNBA may make a couple $100,000, maybe $500,000. He wants to open up that opportunity to have women stars like Caitlin Clark to have the option in which they can still play their regular WNBA season as well. But outside of that, except you having to go overseas, just ask Brittany Griner what happened with that. But if you can go overseas and have to try to go out there to make money, you can stay here in the States and get paid and be part of the Big Three. He wants to set a precedent by inviting Caitlin Clark, and this may open the door for other women to see about this. We shall see. But what are y'all thoughts in regards to Ice Cube making this statement by offering Caitlin Clark $5 million to be in the Big Three?
It's a power move, man. I hate to. This theme tonight is about money, man.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It's about that money. Hey, we are, as you all know, about Ice Cube's issues with the NBA and the NBA downplaying his league. And I think it's a power move. It's that, you know what? The WNBA ain't paying you. They ain't treating you right. You don't want the commissioner ignoring y'all. Come over to Big Three. On to the big three. Get paid.
Dancing on your halftime shows.
Yeah, man. I'm all for it. and bring in people like Angel Reese, and have a little rivalry going. Keep the rivalry going, kind of like what you did with Bird and Magic.
Man,
you seen Bird and Magic in the 80s. You have Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, but in the big three. I like it.
She all right. I'm gonna leave Angel Reese. All right. She all right.
I really don't think he can bring her in by herself. He's gonna have to bring in some other female players to match up against her, because just for the matter of fact that the big three has NBA older veterans, older guys, and I don't know, every young dude has had to go down to that basketball court and play with the older guys, and when you get that old man hack, that ain't no joke. So her pretty young WNBA college body somebody gonna hit her with it. Somebody gonna do it. It's gonna take one dude that ain't gonna be right and gonna hit her with an elbow, and everybody gonna be like, you know what I'm saying? So you're gonna have to bring a female. You got to give every team gonna have to have a female to match up with her. You know what I'm saying? You have to pay more female to play up against her, because I just think, I'm not saying she can't ball with the guys. I'm just saying the standard of the big three is retired NBA players, and you playing 3-on-3. Somebody gonna get hacked. Somebody gonna get tired of her shooting that three. Somebody gonna get out there, get frustrated, get in their feelings for getting their ass busted on national TV by her, and she gonna be like, okay, all right, do that one more time.
Craig, you had me thinking. Well, who's to say that Q don't start a women's big three?
Now but I'll let her play. I let her play with the men. I'm just saying, you put a female on every team, though, and just keep it even. Try to keep it a little even.
Yeah.
Let them mix in every now and then, but majority of times you make a rule where you got subbing a female to cover a female, and if not, you get 2 minutes male on female. You know what I'm saying? Because in the big three, you can do whatever you want to do. So you have like I don't know, a hot button. 3 minutes play, female on guy. You know what I'm saying? Let them play for like 3 or 4 minutes. You know what I'm saying? But you can't let it go the whole game, because somebody, one of these dudes, ego getting away, and somebody gonna catch a bow, and it ain't gonna be nice. That's my opinion.
Got you. So up next, the NFL announced that week 1, whoever the Eagles are playing, because they're supposed to be playing in Brazil on September the 6th, it's going to be only on Peacock, not NBC, not any other network. It's going to be on Peacock. And we had this discussion a while back during the postseason when the Chiefs and the Dolphins played that frigid game, and it was on Peacock. That we're getting to a point where Amazons and Peacock and other networks, other apps that you have to actually pay for their services is going to take over big time events. And once again, week 1 of the regular season, one of the first games of the season, the Eagles and whoever they play in Brazil is going to be only on Peacock. What are y'all thoughts in regards to how the NFL is starting to make certain games exclusive on just one certain source and not network channels?
1987, the NFL chose to bring all of their Sunday night games to strictly a cable network, ESPN. Everybody was up in arms. Hey, not everybody has cable. What are you be doing? It's supposed to be on network TV. It's always been on network TV. It won't last. It won't work. 2024. I say it worked. And now here we are again. It's the NFL has already done the same. Well, the NFL has already done the same thing, but with Amazon bringing all their Thursday night games strictly on streaming on Amazon Prime. I mean, it's a sign of the times, and I don't think the NFL will miss a beat. They're going, you know, with the trend. They're not gonna be a blockbuster video. They say, I'm just gonna keep going, doing what I'm doing. They're gonna change with the times, and they're gonna keep it moving. And Craig has started it. It's all about that money, man.
Oh, back to the moolah.
I don't think it hurts. You know, they've had live sports on there. We've been watching wrestling on there. A pay-per-view is pretty much not pay-per-view anymore. It's just, you know, live premium content. I guess what they're calling it. And it was pretty successful when they had the Chiefs playoff game there. So, and then they had a whole season of Thursday night football on streaming. So, I mean, it's just like, to me, it's just like, okay, watch on Peacock.
We call it changing the times. I call it American greed. That's all it is, man. You know, at the end of the day, they're just trying to get more money, and they will, because we're gluttons. We'll pay the money to get more of it. All this crazy stuff. NFL done did so much dirty stuff over the years to the players, to the communities, and we're still right there loving the NFL because we're gluttons and we don't care. It's like they got that crack, so we're gonna smoke it. But in this case, fire stick. That's all I got to say. All right, so it's what it is. It's what it is. They can keep putting it every 5 different places they want to. They can put it on the moon. Fire stick, and until they find out a way to stop that.
Oh man,
I don't care what it. They can play that thing out the back of somebody's butt. It don't matter. That fire stick, it don't matter. They're gonna find a way to jailbreak that baby and play it, man. So hey.
And in another 40 years, they're gonna find another way of viewing something, and everybody's gonna get up in arms. Why are you putting? It's always been on streaming. Well, now it's not on streaming, man. It's gonna be the same thing.
It's crazy. It's crazy. But you know, they just keep getting. You know, it's sad, man. It's the greed in this country, man. This country is so greedy. If we can just tone it down a little, if we could just a little bit have some type of morals with our money, it would be okay.
I don't see nothing wrong with them going to streaming, man. It ain't that deep.
I'm not just talking about the streaming.
Just going to streaming.
It's everything, man. It's everything about this country, man. Everything is this country. We just greedy as fuck. We just gotta have it. We just gotta have it. We gotta charge for it. We gotta have it on all levels, man. So go ahead, get your money, man. Go ahead, get your money. I don't know does NFL need any more money? That's my question. It's like, come on now. You already got a monopoly on everything.
What's better than more money?
More money.
More money.
Yeah, right, there you go.
It's crazy. It's crazy. And that's it. It's American greed, baby. It'll be the downfall though. After a while, it's gonna all come crumbling down. Damn, am I getting too deep? I'm gonna let it go. Let me stop.
Go ahead, Mario.
I mean, I don't have too much to say about it. I mean, yes, it does. It is an inconvenience for those that do not have Peacock. But like Sadal said earlier, 1987, they wanted to move everything to cable. They wanted to move the Sunday night games to cable. People didn't have cable. People got tired of saying, damn, I can't see the game. What did they do? Like Craig was saying, all right, we really can't afford cable, but we're going to find a way to get cable. And we got cable in the home just so we can watch Sunday night football. But I think this will be great for the NFL playing in a different country, besides just doing Europe like they do Europe every year. I know they want to expand and make it a global thing. I think what they're trying to do is I'm not saying they're following the same footprint as the NBA, but I think that's what they're trying to do. But we'll see. We shall see. But I think that's a good idea, though.
And just to add on, as I said before, last postseason, Peacock had a game, Chiefs and Dolphins. This year, for the next wild card round, Amazon is going to have a game during the wild card round. So you might have Amazon, like on the same day, you might have At 3 o'clock, you might see it on Amazon. Then at 7 o'clock, you might see it on Peacock, a different game on Peacock.
When the hell is Netflix gonna get a game? Is Netflix gonna get a game? I mean, what's going on, man?
They got the WWE.
Exactly.
They got the WWE coming.
It's coming. Trust me, it's coming.
And they got that fight. They got that Jake Paul and that Mike Tyson.
Yeah, they got the Jake Paul fight and Mike Tyson fight on Netflix.
It's coming. Because you know what? They're gravitating to the people that got the money. So if they can pay the freight, we'll be right there with it. I'm gonna say this crap. If you can pay for it, I'm gonna sell it to you.
You know, it's funny. I just think it's funny. You know, people cut the cord, and left cable to save money. And now
they gotta spend money.
Now they gotta spend money. You're pretty much paying the same money you pay for cable on all the streaming services.
Or Greg said before.
Or
I don't know who does that.
Right.
I heard of. I don't know who does that though.
I don't know.
I couldn't say anybody that does that, but
I have a
subscription
heard
to
of
all of this. It's something I heard of because I have subscriptions too. Yeah, I don't know anybody.
Yeah, I don't do that.
All right, so some more on what's the word? Sticking with the NFL, they have officially approved a kickoff that has been previously done in the XFL, and Mario was shaking his head. For those who may not be aware, over the last few seasons, the kickoffs have not been exciting for the last couple of years, but due to safety reasons. And this year, they're going to literally take a page from the XFL, and I personally love it. It's going to make it more exciting. It's going to bring back actual returns, and it should be safe. And I'm going to show you a video of what they have been doing in the XFL that will be going down this season.
It's the UFL, Smooth.
Well, you are so right.
United Football League.
You are so right. The UFL. So but it was going down previously in the XFL, but now in the UFL, and now in the NFL. So I'm gonna say XFL.
They won't do it in the UFL now. Just let you know.
Right, because I don't think that even is in existence because of the. Here we go. Oh, you know what? You are right.
Yeah, they changed that rule from the XFL. They'll do regular kickoffs.
That's messed up. But
now they're gonna change it back. I know that's gonna happen. But anyway.
But here we go, right here.
Now you got me lost. So the NFL adopted the kickoff rules of the former XFL, but now the UFL, and now UFL is taking what the NFL kickoff rules used to be. Is that correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
That's right.
Yes.
What?
That's right.
All right, check it out, y'all.
They're traded. They just trade.
Here it is. So as you see, the players are staying right there at the 40 and 30, and no one can move until the receiving team catches the ball, and then everyone can go. I'll play it again for you. Everyone is staying still until the player catches the ball, and now everyone can move. That is what's going to go down this season in the NFL. Mario, you shook your head. Your thoughts?
Man, do y'all remember that little electronic game you used to put the little men on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it looked like, Smooth. You know what I'm talking about? That's exactly what it looked like. That's why I'm shaking my head like that. Because yes, and to go straight to your point, to their point, yes, it probably will cut back on concussions. It'll cut back on other injuries as well. But as far as a return average for anybody, I don't think they're going to be I can't see anybody running anything back this year until they find a way to get better, get the blocking down for it. But as far as to prevent injuries, I'm 100% with it. But it just reminds me, man, of that electronic football. I mean, that football game, man, with them little stick figures, and you got the You just cut it on, man, and you just let it do what it do. That's exactly what it reminded me of, man. So that's why I was shaking my head like that. But
then there's always one that's spinning in a circle in the corner.
Yep.
That's exactly what it looked like. As soon as he put the clip up, that's the first thing I thought of. I was like, "Oh no, Smooth! Why did you do that?"
So now your thoughts. I'm pretty sure you approve of this.
I do like this rule that they changed. We'll talk about the other rule in length. I got some other thoughts about that other rule, but this one, I applaud it. And I do agree with it. I didn't like that the UFL took it away,
right?
And now here we are watching it in the NFL. But it encourages you to actually return the football, because if you don't, then the touchback will be like at the 40 or something like that.
Right.
So I like it. And I know things can't go back to the way they used to be, like with the old kickoffs, where like this is a free for all. You just run as fast as you can and blow somebody up. You won't have those kind of hits anymore. So they're making it safer, and I get that. But in this case, I think it has a little bit of excitement. You may not see a lot of returns with it, but then again, you will, because the Battlehawks did pull off the return on one of these kickoffs in 2020. So so it is possible.
Okay.
Oh, I guess it's my turn. It's it's just, man, I don't even know what to say about it. It is what it is. If it's going to keep players safe, man, it's a great decision. If it's going to take away injuries in the NFL, it's a great decision. I just to find out the news that the league that created this actual kickoff is not doing it anymore, and they're switching back to what the NFL used to do with kickoffs. It's just ironic to me. It's like, are they playing games? Did they do this on purpose? I mean, I don't know. It's all about player safety. So, and I'm a player advocate. I'm down for the players, man. I'm anti-owner, anti-establishment, 100%, man. So if it's gonna keep our players safe, man, keep them safe. Do what you got to do. Make it happen. And I believe, it will. You'll see some returns, and I'll bet we get probably at least 2 or 3 kickoff returns this year. I bet it'll happen.
And I'll say this as a precursor. I agree with keeping players safe, but to a point.
Right.
To a point.
Are we gonna switch to this other rule? That's
no. I'm gonna. I got some words for it on link. I got some words for that one.
Okay.
All right. So my last one, sticking with football again, but off the field. So we all saw this about a month ago to one former quarterback.
Shit.
So that was Cam Newton, who got attacked at a youth football game, and then just the other day, this happened to Vince Young. Chilling at the bar. There you go, highlighted in red with the white cap on. We gonna get some play-by-play, fellas, because I have no audio. So he's chilling at the bar, arguing with some guys. We don't know what the issue is, and now it's starting to get a little crazy, a little pushing, a little shoving.
He said about somebody mama.
He was like, "Man, you ain't did nothing with the So once again, still pushing.
They talk about that. They talk about that career with the Titans.
Oh my God, that was so bad too.
Right.
When I thought this man was going to have one hell of a career in the NFL and he didn't, that's big. Now, here's where it gets very interesting. Boom!
Ooh.
Oh, damn!
Ooh.
Wow!
Golly. Oh, he gone. Ooh. He gone. He gone.
Shit.
Yeah. He hit him with a straight right to the chin. It was lights out.
He didn't know the guy that he was beefing was standing right there.
He hit him with a one piece and a biscuit with no drink.
I'm gonna say this.
Nah, they just told him it was time to go. It was time for him to go to night. That's all it was. They were tired of hearing him talk. That's all. They just told him go night. That's all.
It wouldn't have happened to Cam like that,
man.
Yeah, that's a grown man. That's a grown man right there. You ain't gonna do that to no grown man.
Cam wouldn't have crumbled like that.
Yeah, Cam Newton a grown man. You ain't gonna do that man like that.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, so what is going on with our former black quarterbacks getting attacked?
Man, it's no respect out here in the streets. That's why you can't even engage with people no more, man. You can't. It's a whole new level, man. You don't even. You walk away. You walk away. Yeah. I'm a firm believer, and I tell my son this. Let's talk on some man stuff right now. Man, walk away. It ain't even worth it, man. It's not even worth it. All them words you saying. You know what? Let's go. Let's pack it up and get it up out of here. It's not even. Not today. Not with these new gun laws going across this country, not with these stupid youngins and this, not with stupid old dudes, not with these stupid people, period, on all different levels, on all different nationalities. You just walk away. You know what? I'm going home. I appreciate you. Thank you for calling me all that. I am all that. You have a good night. And I'm out, And
you know what?
If you choose to follow me and do all that, right. And you get
you're asking for it.
And then something may pop off, but
right.
I'm a firm believer in see you later, man. I ain't got no time for that.
But like, check this out. It's getting to a point in society where even if you're driving your car and someone does something, ignorant, it's like you might as well don't even blow the horn, because if you blow the horn, they may overreact. And all of a sudden, like you said, gun laws, they're going crazy, pop, 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 all because you blew a horn and said, what are you doing? Why are you in my lane? Why you cut in front of me? People are so sensitive nowadays and just ready to go off because you blew a horn because of something that you did, not me, but you did something else. Like, that's how crazy this world is right now.
Just be glad it was a punch and not a gunshot, man.
Yeah.
Because people too quick to pick up a pistol, man.
You know what is crazy is, though, y'all live in the state of Missouri where the gun laws are I like that, and it was a culture shock when I first moved to Missouri, and I jumped into one of my partners. I ain't gonna say who it is because y'all probably know the dude, but I hop in this car and I get in the back seat and I'm fresh. I'm probably like 3 to 4 months into St. Louis. I'm hanging out with these cats because they affiliated. I was doing radio big time. They affiliated with music and all that. So I hop in the back of the car. They're cool dudes. We talk. They come to the station 24/7. I hop in the back of the car and I kick something on the ground. I look down. I'm like, what the hell? Hey man, you got a big ass right there, man. All worry about that black, everybody, you in Missouri, everybody we going to the club. The DJ got a joint sitting up here. All the guards got the shit up, growing up in DC, dudes have their straps, but nothing's really seen, it's all concealed because nothing was really, it was banned. You can't really have nothing, or you going up, just to have you going up. So the openness of the firearms kind of shocked me when I first came to St. Louis, and just has as the whole years have gone on in the concealed carry and everybody, it's like young ladies that are part of that I deal with on the business side carry their firearms, and I was like, yeah, I guess nowadays you gotta carry your shit, huh? You know, so it's just that's why I'm like, I'm a firm believer, man. Just walk away from it, man. It ain't because you never know who. It could be the nicest person you ever seen. It's some of the nicest people that out here helping this community out. But if you play the wrong game with them, you gonna find something out quick. That's the whole. It's like, God. So it's like, nah, I ain't even trying that. I ain't trying to argue with you. I ain't trying to get into all that. I'm afraid. I swear, I tell my sons and my nephews, I'm like, no, man, you could probably whip that dude. You can beat that dude down, but you can't beat that bullet. He gonna shoot at you. So ain't no need for that, man. Let's go. So that's just my whole opinion. Call me a sucker. Call what you want. I'm all that. Yes, I am. But I'm walking away alive right now, man.
Right.
Hey, what did Pop say in Friday? Shoot. Yeah.
Get up, Craig. Get up, Craig. Craig, get up.
Fight with these.
With these. You come get knocked out like your pops used to. That's my
but you live. You live to fight another day.
Another day. That's crazy, boy. Man.
Mario. Your thoughts, man, on the attack of these brothers.
I'm kind of curious that you out there kind of like solo like that though. You don't have no, you don't have no bodyguard with you. You gotta have some type of security around you. I mean, yes, you out in public, you might be doing this little training camp, whatever. But I mean, I still want somebody with me. Like Craig said, you can't trust people no more like that. Especially if you worth some money, celebrity like that, not even a celebrity now these days, you just don't know. But I just think that me personally, if I'm a professional athlete, whether I'm retired or not, I still want somebody with me while I'm out. Period.
I feel that.
Mm-hmm. Because even if you don't have money, people will think you guys still have the money. You still think you balling and out here.
Yeah.
They want to try you. And it's the era of like everybody got a camera, so it ain't like they gonna come in and intervene. They gonna blast this doggone camera.
It's like what you were saying, like what you were saying earlier, Craig, when we was talking about the Ohtani thing and stuff like that. Ever since the pandemic came, social media was big. But when the pandemic came, it just took it to a whole nother platform because that was your only outlet that you had because you couldn't go nowhere. So now social media is a part of I'm not gonna say most people, but some people's everyday life. They have to do something. They gotta post something, they gotta run through the Facebook live feed or whatever. They have to do it. So social media now is going to be just as big as we was talking about the streaming platforms, if not bigger. So, it's just something that we got to get used to. I know we kind of, we some older guys, but, the younger generation, that's their thing. That's what they feed off of. Some of them live their life through it. Somebody, and then you got some that they tell their stories through that daily. So social media is what it is now. It's been built up to be the regular modern day newspaper or magazine or whatever you want to call
it. It's you remember the National Enquirer?
Yep, I remember that too.
It's a lot of this stuff is like the National Enquirer on steroids.
That's what it is. That's exactly what it is.
And the problem, here's the trick bag. No one is checking for like the New York Times or anything like that. All you see is National Enquirer stuff. And so you don't know what's true, what's false, what's a fallacy, none of that.
And it's gone to the height of our institutions, and it's corrupted our whole electoral process right now. Think about it, man. It's like, where's the stand? It's no standard. It's no standard anywhere anymore, and this has become the way of life now. It's like we've come to a point where it's like, if it bleeds, it leads. 150,000%. That was the old adage I heard when I first got into all this broadcast communication stuff. If it bleeds, it leads. It's the biggest story. And we've taken and our whole society. And I applaud to a way. I applaud the guy with the small little orange dude with the small hands. He's used it to perfection in his craft. He really has. Think about it. He has his base and he plays to them every second, every day that he can. And they believe it. No matter if it's true, no matter if he's saying something factual, even if he's saying something true or fake, it doesn't even matter anymore because it's all real to them. They don't know, they're like, yeah, it's gospel. He said it, so it has to be real,
Decorum goes out the window too, as far as it used to be like a respect, for like somebody like the president or like elected officials. When you go to like the State of the Union, you ain't hear nobody yelling out and during the State of the Union, no matter who was in office. Now everybody does it, and everybody's got to be sensational, and it's spilled into things here like sports. Now we're talking about it here on the Man Cave, the sports show, but that's how big,
right?
Social media has really just garnered everybody's whole attention.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, man. Sometimes I wish Barack would have been as ignorant as Trump is sometimes, the way they were coming at him during his times. I wish he'd have got just that ignorant a couple of times just to let it all hang out,
But then if he would have, and I know it's a sports talk show, so we'll go back to sports in a second. But if he did, do you know how much ridicule that man would have taken, especially because he being a black man? They would have crucified him because of who he is and who.
There they go. That's what the black folks. There they go. It's ignorant.
But they did it anyway, though. Smooth. They crucified him, called him ignorant, did all this stuff to him anyway. So it's like, I know two wrongs don't make a right, but man, it's like, dang, man, how many times we got to fly high?
Hey, Craig, tell the young generation what you just said. Two wrongs don't make a right.
It don't. It don't. And Michelle was right. I'm glad he listened to his wife. You kept flying high when they went low. You listened. He did a great job at that.
Right.
That was good. But damn, I wish that dude. What is it? Wasn't them Peel? What is it? Keegan Peel. One of them.
Yeah.
Go with a guy. One time.
The anger translator.
Hey, Brian. All right, let's get right back into the sports, man. We've had probably the longest "What's the Word, Fellas" segment in the history of the Man Cave.
Wow. It took over the whole show.
But hey, it's great conversation, and that's what this show is all about, man. One thing can spark something else, and we're gonna talk about it. That's why we have the platform, and we can't be restrained on speaking our minds. So I appreciate this. So let's get right on to March Madness. Start off with the men first. As you see on the screen, it is busy. It is busy. It is busy. As tomorrow night starts off the Sweet 16, as Sadar brought up on his wonderful promo the other day. But start off with the South. We have number 1 seed Houston versus Craig's favorite team, Duke Blue Devils. Then on the other side, we have NC State versus Marquette. Marquette is my mom's team. She loved that squad. And then Midwest, we have Purdue, number 1 seed versus number 5 Gonzaga, and number 3 Creighton versus number 2 Tennessee. On the West Coast, we have number 1. We have Craig's pick, North Carolina versus number 4 seed Alabama. Other side, we have number 6 Clemson versus number 2 Arizona, where St. Louis's own Caleb Love is playing for right now. In the East, number 1 and reigning, defending, undisputed national champions, UConn is playing against number 5 San Diego State. And then last but not least, number 3 seed Illinois versus number 2 Iowa State. Fellas, y'all thoughts in regards to how the tournament has been so far? I'll start off with you, Sidon.
It's been really exciting, man. March Madness has truly been March Madness. You had, I can't read that, I don't have my glasses on. I'm sorry, I can't read the screen, so I'm looking at my phone. But if you start off in the South, man, and you had let's see. I can't recall right now, but Oakland, Oakland stands out, in the first round.
Beating Kentucky.
Yeah, beating Kentucky. That stands out. You also had what's the other team that had the upset? Oh man. I'm drawing a blank. Help me out. Yale. Yale beating Auburn.
Yeah.
And then the game the other night that went into double overtime.
Oh, that was incredible. That was incredible. You're talking about the Houston and Texas A&M game.
Yeah, man. I mean, they were going toe to toe, man. I'm enjoying it. It's very competitive. You don't know who's gonna win, man. I don't see a dominant team that's just gonna take it all the way automatically. I just don't see it.
You don't think UConn is dominant?
They look dominant now, but down the line, I don't know. I don't know. I can't. They're my pick to win it all, but that's up in there. It's not a guarantee. I just don't see it now. Unless you all fellas have anything to say about that.
Mario.
I'm with you, Sadar. I don't see nobody that's really a true number 1 out of any of these programs. Carolina's good. I'm not gonna take nothing away from them. Carolina's good. Carolina's great. UConn is good. From what I saw this past weekend, if they play with that type of intensity, they have a chance. Purdue, either got to come to play physical every night. That's the only thing I got to say about that. That's the only way they're going to win. Because if he's going to make it to the NBA level, he's not going to be able to play soft like he did last year. And I believe that's why they had an early exit last year, because he played real soft. This year, he's playing with a lot of aggression. He's playing like a big man's supposed to. But overall, out of all these brackets right now, I can't really see nobody really being a dog right now. I don't really see nobody that's a true dog. But if I had to pick, and I know Fred not gonna do that right now, but if I had to pick somebody that I would choose, I would probably take Arizona out the West. On the fact that I like the way Caleb played this past weekend. He played like a true point guard this weekend. Out the East, yes, I would love to see Arizona, UConn. I would love to see that matchup. I really would. I don't think Craig, that Carolina is going to beat Arizona if it comes down to that. I just can't see it. I love my schools on Tobacco Road, but I got to go down the other end of Tobacco Road. I'm sorry. I believe Duke blue, man. I love Carolina blue. Don't get me wrong. That's my favorite other color blue, but I gotta go with my boys on in Durham. You know, Durham and Chapel Hill is only not that far away. It's like right down the road from each other. But that's my take on that. I mean, I'm pretty sure Craig got something totally different. I know he does. So you know, like I said, if I had
Mario, it sounds like you're rolling with the home team, man. I agree. You know, you got to do what you got to do with that Arizona. I mean, I don't think you probably rolling that strong with them if that young man from St. Louis wasn't on that squad. I'm just saying that. I would do the same thing.
So, I mean, it really doesn't really have anything to do with him. I've watched them play for this year. Seriously, I've watched them play this year. Arizona's pretty good. They're pretty good. He actually truly makes them better than what they were last year.
Yeah, a homer, and I appreciate the homer. I'm a homer too. You know, from one homer to another. I'm dumb delusional all the time. Look, the Nationals gonna win the World Series. Commanders gonna win the Super Bowl. Mystics gonna win the championship. Wizards gonna go to the NBA Finals. What? I'm a homer too. What can I say? But you know what I didn't realize? And I'm sitting here when you announced it, I totally forgot. It's like I don't know. It escaped my memory. Dan Hurley won it last year with UConn. I'm sitting here like, I'm sitting here to Google that. I'm like,
yeah. They went on.
Did sleep on UConn this year. Maybe I did sleep on them because I really haven't watched UConn play. I'm gonna be honest with you. I haven't watched UConn. You know, the Big East is not what the Big East used to be.
Yeah,
to me.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? So I haven't really, I haven't kept up with UConn. So I'm like, damn, maybe I made a mistake here. And I'm winning right now, and I'm sitting here gloating in my brackets and winning, but I'm like,
well, shit.
Maybe this is the end of the road for my brackets right now. That's like, damn.
Oh no, we come.
But it was all good just a week ago.
It was all good a week ago, man. That's crazy. But ironically, only one person picked UConn in my group. And and I'm gonna let you know, I'm looking at my group right now, and that person is currently number 5 in the rankings right now. I'm number 1, and I have UConn. You got 2 people in my group that picked Houston. And I was like, Houston? They seem kind of, during the year, you hear some rumblings, you know what I'm saying? They kind of had a little fire catching on, but I didn't see them being consistent through the 64. That was just my opinion on Houston. No, I went with a squad that, I went North Carolina because I see that they got they are, don't have to put no Diddy on here. They have size, you know what I'm saying? They have a great coach, you know what I'm saying? I had to put no Diddy out there. You know I had to do that.
Just call on what you said.
They seem like a good squad, so I ran with North Carolina, but I don't know, man. I believe what you just said though, Mario. You said I don't see if I didn't notice about UConn. I'm like, bow, dummy, that they won it last year. I don't see a solid number 1, but now that I realize that, I'm like, well, damn, well, maybe UConn could be that solid number 1 squad. But I guess only time would tell. They have, I see them beating San Diego State. I don't think it'll be a shocker for San Diego State to beat them. But in that next round, well, damn, if they do beat San Diego State, well, I think they make it past the next round too, because they're either going to play Illinois or Iowa State.
And in regards to Iowa State, I will be remiss if I didn't also acknowledge another St. Louis product. He went to my alma mater of Vashon High School, Keyshawn Gilbert. He's their starting point guard at Iowa State. So shouts out to him, and he's been doing big things, holding things down. He's one of their premier scorers on the team. So shouts out to them. I have UConn as that dominant team. Everyone who won last year is back on the squad this year. Everyone.
I'm an idiot. I'm such an idiot. Go ahead.
So yes, I have them as being that dominant squad. In the West, just for storyline purposes, I would love to see North Carolina face off against Arizona, to see Caleb Love face off against his old team. So he can either stick it to him like, this is the reason why I left y'all, and now I'm doing bigger, better things. Or he gonna be like, oh, I should have stayed. You know what I'm saying? Just for the storyline, I want to see that. In the South, this is tough right here. But I'm gonna roll with the Cinderella team out of all these four, and that's NC State. The reason why they got this big dude. I think his name is DJ. Hold on, wait a minute.
That lefty. It's that lefty.
Yeah.
That lefty.
His name is DJ Burns Jr. And
Burns.
Dude is like, he reminds me of Zach Randolph back in the day. You know, with the Grizzlies. Dude is big, but he can run. And as soon as he gets the ball in the post, it don't matter what you try to do. He always has a move that he can do on you, and he's very great with the fundamentals and shooting the ball off the backboard and going in every time. I really like the game.
He's a smaller version of, remember Escalade?
Yeah.
And one.
Yeah. So I like that squad. I'm gonna just roll with them because I like their story. And they got the kind of squad that can make some noise. In the Midwest, this is tough. I heard what you said earlier about Purdue and Zach Edey, Mario. But it's something about Gonzaga. Like, they just always there. They always there, and they always hold things down. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and choose Gonzaga out the Midwest. But overall, this is a great time of the year, March Madness and the Sweet 16 going to the Elite Eight. Then, of course, the Final Four. These next 3 games coming up, or 4 games, should I say, because you got the next 2 weeks. Should be pretty exciting, and I look forward to these matchups, and it all starts tomorrow. Let's go to the women's bracket. And I left them on here last for a reason. In the Albany 2 bracket, we have Iowa versus Colorado. Iowa with Caitlin Clark. Then you have this one. This other side, LSU, Angel Reese and them, national champs versus UCLA. So the winner of LSU and UCLA will play the winner of Iowa and Colorado.
That is great. That is excellent.
You say
pay for TV.
Yeah. It's not quite Bird and Magic, but it's close.
Damn near there. In Portland,
it's okay. She okay. Andrew Reese okay.
Portland 3 bracket. We have USC. Shouts out to Juju Watkins, a freshman there.
Juju Watkins is doing the damn thing. I like Juju.
They face off against Baylor. And then you have UConn, Paige. What's her last name?
Buckers.
I call her Paige Buckets.
Because she is Paige Buckets.
Yeah, and she's finally healthy because the last 2 seasons she's been out with the injury, and that slowed down UConn, excuse me. They face off against Duke. Then in Albany 1, South Carolina, Don Staley and them girls, they've been destroying every team that steps on the court. They just, you know what? They should have a freaking mercy rule. Like, that's how bad they be looking, Sadal.
I'm gonna say this real quick, Smooth. I think, in my opinion, Don Staley right now, she has the best point guard in the country right now. I can't think of the girl's name, but right now, She is the best point guard in the country right now because she plays 100% every time.
Let me get her name for you real quick.
This girl is the real deal. I can't remember her name, but when I first heard about her and I started following her, watching her stuff on YouTube and all that other stuff, the girl can hoop. I'm talking about she hoops.
Let me see. Point guard.
I think her number is 17. Smooth. I think that's the number that she wears.
Let's see. Where's she at?
And she makes everybody around her better.
You sure she's 17?
I think she wears 17.
Let me see. We have number 17. No, ain't no 17 on here.
Ain't no 17 on there. It's a 10. It's a 12. What's crazy? I can't remember the names, but go ahead.
Right. Yeah. So you have Malaysia Full Wiley guard. You also have Bree Hall.
She should be the freshman.
Okay, the freshman. You have Tessa Johnson.
I
think it's her.
Yeah, she's number 5.
I think it's her. I'm not sure, but she got to be probably to me the best point guard right now in the country.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna show the team roster real quick and see if you can identify her. Let me see if this works real quick. The beauty of computers. Let's see.
I'm gonna give you a round of applause too, Smooth, on getting that Malaysia Full Wiley out there, because I was like, what is that name there? That's a round of applause. But go right ahead. I'm sorry. I was gonna chop her up, boy.
All right. Do you see her, Mario?
It may have been her. No, it is her. It is Malaysia. That's who it is.
Malaysia Full Wiley.
Yeah, it is Malaysia. Yeah. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, it is her. It's not Tessa Johnson. It is Malaysia. Yeah. Yeah, it's her. Yeah, that's her. Yeah.
Cool.
It's her.
Yeah. Shouts out to her holding things down for South Carolina. So going back to the bracket, they face off against Indiana. And then the other side, you have Oregon State and Notre Dame, coached by Niele Ivey. She's a St. Louis product as well. And then Portland 4, you have Texas and Gonzaga. Then you have NC State and Stanford. So the reason why I wanted to do this last, fellas, after I give y'all thoughts, if y'all do y'all feel that the women's game is slowly taking over college basketball over the men?
I sure hope so. I sure hope so, just for the sake.
When you say taking over, I applaud and appreciate everything about what's going on in the women's game right now, because it's making it must-see TV, and you're getting more eyes on the game. You're getting more what they deserve. You're getting better play. You're getting, you're getting a better basketball right now from a whole standpoint. You know what I'm saying? These young ladies are out here, and they showing you skills that, and I hate to compare it to. That's all you got. That's all you have to compare it to the man's game. You seeing some skills that you see in the man's game, and that's sometimes what I think the average sports in basketball fan wanted to see more of: women who can move, who can do a lot of the things that the men do on their side. And I think you're getting some of that, and you got some drama with it. You got what Sadal just said. You got that Caitlin Clark and
Angel
Reese. You got that Magic versus Bird thing, and once again, who added to this? The damn internet. The average person that just watch basketball, what do? They put them two women up against each other just because they beef back and forth on the court, which they're supposed to do because it's sports. People, I truly believe Angel Reese doesn't hate this girl or Caitlin Clark hates that girl, but they paint the picture like that. So it is. It is what it is. And, that has helped the game out a lot. But to say that I believe the women's game is more exciting right now than the men's game, but I can't say it's taking over the men's game just because, you know what, man, I don't know, this NCAA tournament is like one of the most exciting times in all sports, just because of the buzzer beaters in the last minute. And I applaud the women. So I'm not going to say they're taking over. I'm saying they're right there with the men's game right now, and they making it an even playing field. That's what I'm saying right now. I can't say that they're just ran right past them. I don't know what the ratings are doing, you know. But I tell you one thing in these brackets, when I looked over these brackets, I'm gonna say this real quick. When I can't wait. I'm hoping that LSU and Iowa meet. So that'll be a great marquee game. But I do believe Iowa has the best team. I believe Iowa will win. And I think when it gets down to, I guess, the final, they meet in the Final Four. I'm hoping. I'm hoping
it'll be the Elite Eight. It'll be
Elite Eight. I'm hoping that we can. But if USC, I'm going to Juju. I want to see Juju and Caitlin play.
Okay, yeah,
because I think they have their teams they have two good teams. You know what I'm saying? I don't think LSU has team wise. They're gonna have to do a lot to compete with Iowa. You know what I'm saying? I think Iowa may have the better team, and they do have two big stars, two big names. Caitlin may be a better player, but they have that rivalry going. But I believe that the USC team and that Iowa team are they're the top. If they're the next two steps below South Carolina, for me, in my opinion. So I want to see Juju and Caitlin go at it. That's what I want to see. So how would that happen though? They'd have to be in the Final Four. Wouldn't it, Smooth? Help me out there. Would that be the Final Four? Or would that be Elite Eight?
No, you're right. It'll be the Final Four.
It'll be the Final Four. Okay. So I'm hoping I'm hoping they make it there. I'm hoping. Yeah, that's what I want to see. That would be a great game. I want to see that. I want to see Juju and Caitlin go at it.
Yeah, but and the reason why, and you could be right in regards to maybe they're not taking over, but it's definitely more exciting basketball. Is because NIL and transfer portal year to year, you don't know where certain players on the men's side are at anymore. So you're not building a foundation year to year. It's this guy played in Arizona. Now next year he's playing in freaking NC State. Then the next year he's playing in Gonzaga. You don't have anything consistent. Where with the women, you're seeing players like Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. She played all 4 years in Iowa. She built up that team. So you're able to follow that, not to kind of bring it up, Sadal, but she's trying to finish her story. You know what I'm saying? Playing all these years and it's built up to what they're at now. So that's why I feel like slowly, and also you brought up to Craig about, which I've been saying that this as well, the skill of the game and seeing how these women are using skill to produce and get buckets compared to with the men's game, you can just jump up in the air and score 2 points because you can just dunk it. But the women is not that simple. So it makes the game that much better to appreciate, to see how they have to go through more adversity to score a basket, to get to this point from A to B. So I think because of the uncertainty of you don't know who to follow, where they at in regards to college basketball for the men's side, is making the women stand out even more. That's just my opinion on that.
And I think you have more personalities over on the women's side. You already talked about Caitlin Clark, Juju, and Angel Reese, but you also have the coaches. You have Mulkey, you have Dawn Staley, you have all these names. You got all these names and that are competing in this tournament that are taking up the headlines. And so more attention is going to go on the women's side, and it's making it more exciting to kind of see all of these things play out on the court. And I like to see it because it's the progression of the game of basketball as a whole. And I just hope and wish that a lot of this excitement as these players graduate and move on professionally, if they can just bring some of that to the WNBA.
Well, it's coming.
and just to kind of see them in action on that level, kind of like what you did see when we seen Bird and Magic graduate from their school and go to the NBA and carry on those rivalries in the NBA. It would be good for the WNBA. It'd be good to get that attention. And again, going back to Craig, it'd be good money come flowing into the league, to the WNBA. They can get more salary, they can get more pay, and get that attention.
Didn't Dawn Staley just get a bag? Didn't she just get a bag?
Yeah.
She's the highest paid female coach ever, right? Right now, right?
I think she is. Yeah.
So
24 million, wasn't it something like that?
I don't know how much.
And now I'm gonna be real biased right now. I'm gonna be real biased because had I heard this news come on the men's side, I would be hating right now because I'm getting tired of the system paying all these coaches and all this. But you know what? I'm a fraud, Dawn Staley. I'm being selfish as hell right now. Get her all that damn money. Get it all while you can, baby.
Wait, what about Nick Saban, man? What was that all that time?
Hell nah. Man,
but the coaches ain't
all the money.
But the coaches ain't that good. It's the players.
It's the system, baby. Don, get it all. Get it all. Don, get it all.
So Craig, Dawn Staley recently signed a 7-year, $22.4 million contract.
Woo! Get that money. Get that money. Man, you know what, man? Sports is an incredible thing, but man, I just think it's crazy. You know, we talk about that transfer portal and all that thing, all that, you know, players. Now, those are days old, man. I mean, a player staying with a squad the whole 4 years. You know, we move into a space where the game it's changed because of the system. I mean, the system made it change like that. It wouldn't be like this had we'd have had some type of collective bargaining agreement in college sports. Could we have had that? Well, we could have just had some type of salary out there for these athletes. It could have.
The NCAA as a whole, as an organization, really doesn't. You know, they don't know they're behind from a hole in the ground, as my father would say. But they don't know what they're doing.
They know that they count them checks when they coming in, though, man, off them TV deals and all whatever. It should have been. As
far as rules, though, and organizing like that, no.
It's done, man.
You asked about Dawn Staley being the highest paid. Kim Mulkey from LSU actually just had a historic move, shattering existing records with her 10-year, $36 million contract.
Ooh. Why she keep wearing them ugly ass suits now? You got all that money.
That's a come up from somebody who won a national championship with Baylor. So that's a come up for her.
Get you a stylist, Kim.
That's a come up. She deserved that $36 million.
All right. So as this show rolls along, this has been once again an incredible show. So they're gonna go ahead and try to do some rapid fire with these next few segments real quick. MLB season starts tomorrow officially. But now officially. The reason why I say that because if you didn't know, last week the Dodgers and the Padres played a 2-game series in Seoul, Korea, and that was actually the start of the season. And then they came back to the States and played a few more spring training games leading up to tomorrow, where every team plays. And as you see, we have the opening day roster for the St. Louis Cardinals. Sadal, your excitement in regards to the baseball season, and look at Craig showing his shirt. Your excitement, Sadal, with the Cardinals and with the MLB season starting officially locally or in the States tomorrow.
You know, Craig with this Washington Nationals shirt, you know, I don't know what to even think of this. I don't know what he's trying to do. Is he trying to show who is going to be last in the National League East? Or, you know, yeah, if that is the case, then yes, Washington Nationals would be that team to be last in that. But you know what? As I laugh at the Washington Nationals, I cannot laugh too hardy because the Cardinals don't look like they're gonna be too far behind.
Be right next to us, baby.
Front office,
Misery loves company, baby. Misery loves company.
because our nursing home of a team, and our intensive care unit is filled up with injuries already before we even start the damn season.
Oh my Lord.
Because we can't even get it right on the GM side, man. And so, with that being said, I'm excited for the season as a whole to start, but I'm not really excited for this Cardinal team at all, man. They'll probably be third place at best this year.
You know what?
I ain't even.
Joe said that's the same thing Joe said on our show yesterday. She had them in third place.
Yeah, they're not gonna. They not gonna go anywhere, man. They just trying to stay healthy the rest of the year, and everybody's trying to collect their AARP check after the season. That's my thoughts.
All right, Mario, how you feel about the baseball season? You a big baseball fan?
I only get into it when it's pennant time.
Gotcha.
When it's time to really get into the playoffs. Regular season, I don't really pay too much attention to it. But I will say I do agree with Sadal. I don't know what the Cards front office be thinking on the off season. I don't think it's about how much money you spend. I just think it's about where you spend the money.
Exactly.
Because it's never about how much you spend, but people will always say the Yankees bought their championships. I'm a Yankee fan. I'm not going to necessarily say that we've bought championships. We've won championships. But I think the Cards need to invest in I'm big on pitching. I'm a pitching guy, because to me, during the playoffs, it's about if your bullpen can hold up. Mm-hmm. Can you have your starter at least go 7 innings and at least do his job and have somebody come in and close? And I have yet to see the Cardinals really get them a strong, bullpen and to where they can be at least contenders as far as the playoffs go. Because every year it's like they start off, they're doing pretty good. Then, like Sadal said, boom, and then the injury come in. Then it's like another injury come in. Then after that, it just goes straight downhill.
So they ain't wasted no time with them injuries. They ain't wasted no time.
Yeah. Now I will tell you, going into tomorrow, Mario, the bullpen is actually one of the brightest spots on the team. They brought in some guys who got some filth, who got some stuff, who can get guys out, who can strike out guys. Not just about swing for contact. They actually got some guys who can bring it. So I feel this year the bullpen will be a strong point for the team. But like I said before, it's all about health as well. Because you ain't useful if you ain't available. So we shall see. Craig, what are your thoughts about your Nationals, man?
Hey man, I go in blind faith every year, y'all. Y'all know me. Come on, man. I don't know now one player on my national squad, man. You want me to be real? Let's be 100% real, okay? I can't even. You want me to lie to y'all? You want me to give you some scientific, some strategic baseball?
You ain't got to lie, Craig. You ain't got to lie.
I ain't got none of that. But I know one thing: we going to the World Series, baby, and I'm with them, 100%. I'm with them. I'm ride or die. I'm a homer, and my Nationals. Riding with them, these Bammers. Yep. Until we win another ring, hey, I'm right there. Watch the Nationals all day. I don't know what we got. I don't know what's on that field. I can't tell you anything on that field, but we're going to win this World Series. And that's it. That's all I got for you, man.
So, switching it up. Sadal, will Cacao be law 2024? Will this be the year?
Of course it will. Real talk, though. Real talk. I've been following the moves of the here he goes, this Craig. Do this look, yeah. The Battlehawks have picked up a lot of the stars that from the teams that didn't get picked up in the UFL, and we have a nice little stack, little lineup for the football. So I'm excited to see it. You know, quarterback room is stacked. I mean, all this the running backs are stacked, and we shall see. I think with the championship game being in St. Louis, I think the Battlehawks.
Say it again. Say it again, Saul. Say it again.
With the championship being right here in St. Louis, which I will be attending since I am a season ticket holder, we will see the championship stay home in the city of champions, St. Louis, on June 16th.
I wish Dan was on here because I want to say my piece about this. My main concern, only concern actually, is the quarterback, AJ McCarron. Yes,
I see why you say that, and I kind of agree with you, Smooth.
Thank you, because you and I went to the game. You've been to multiple games, and the most important game of the season, which was the very last game, where the last two games of the season, all they needed was just one win, and he had opportunities to will that team to a victory. And as great as he has been in other aspects of games, where he'll be that dude. But there's times where he had that moment, like Matthew Stafford, where you like, why the hell did you throw the ball over there?
He's the dink and dunk specialist, like Jared Goff used to be for the Rams.
Right.
Pass left, pass right, pass left, pass right. He don't go downfield a lot, and when he do go down the field, it's like questionable throws.
Exactly.
But they find a way to win. And I agree with you, but we do have a stacked lineup, like I said, at quarterback. So I don't see them benching him or anything. But if he does go down, I'm not worried.
I mean, he's a Alabama product. What more can you say?
Facts. I mean, the only Alabama QB that is pretty relevant is Jalen Hurts.
And he left Alabama.
Miss Dillard says, let's hope coaches work with him in the offseason.
Wasn't two Alabama quarterback?
Yeah, that's why.
And Craig, I'm a Dolphins fan for real, but I'm not sold on him. I'll tell anybody if we had a chance to do the draft over and I was in that room, I would have took Justin Herbert before I would have took Tua.
I agree
100%. I saw that coming a mile away in that draft. I told people I'm like, watch out for Justin Herbert.
I agree.
I would have took Herbert before I would have took Tua. I'd have took that 6'7" guy any day.
Mm-hmm.
Better arm strength. Yes, very. I would have took him. But
and mobile.
Back to what we were talking about. Any mobile, yeah. He not like a sponge. Two are like a sponge. You can't hit him. He soak up injuries.
You
don't need that.
On a serious note, that was scary, man. That was scary.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
I say it every time.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mario.
No, go ahead. You good?
Okay, I'm just gonna say everything starts off this weekend for the UFL. So look forward to it. The merge of the USFL, XFL to come together to unite as the UFL. Look forward to it. All starts this weekend. The NBA playoffs are.
Hold up. Slow it down. Hold on, Smooth. How you gonna do that, sir?
We're done here. We're done.
Do that, sir?
That's it. We're done.
No.
We already talked about what whoever won.
No, we got y'all. Come on, now. Y'all can't do that to me. I can't get no love.
What happened?
Y'all gonna do it, man?
Who is there else to talk about? Who is there else to talk about?
Right. I don't see no other team that's relevant.
Y'all some funny. You know what? You know, DMV, see, these cats is funny. They some funny style dudes. My DP defenders, you know, let me tell you.
With your beer snake. With your beer snake.
I didn't watch now one game last year, but they kept me up to date of every game. You know, every time somebody would win and lose. But during the little losing streak, I wasn't getting no more updates. Just like updates went out the window. I'm like, hold up. I just heard my little squad is in the championship. Y'all wasn't going to tell me. Y'all didn't want to tell me that. Even though we lost the championship. We didn't lose.
Man. Wait a minute.
My boys didn't keep me up to date. You know what I'm saying?
We need to run back the tape.
Man. Yeah, come on, y'all. Y'all supposed to be
we need to run back the tape. But what did Craig say verbatim on this very show called The Man Cave? What did he say before for the last season?
I said I'm not watching fake football. I said that. Okay. I said.
So what is that to talk about?
Wait, y'all conveniently stopped updating me once my squad started winning. You know, it was all good.
Hey, you didn't want to talk about it, so we ain't talking about it.
Right. We were doing you a favor. That's all we were doing.
Yeah.
Okay, you're doing me a favor. Okay, it's all good. And I saw a date. Am I going to see some St. Louis's in DC on the 28th of April? I saw a date on that schedule you had up there, Smooth. Y'all gonna come down? Look at that date right there. 420. Y'all coming down next month? Are we gonna do a road show? Is a road coming to the DMV? What's going on?
No, that's 519, Craig. What you looking at? That's 519, man.
That's 428.
428 at
DC. A road show in DC.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
Yeah.
We gonna show DC how fake football is played.
Hey, and then also, Craig does have the plug, so we should be able to get free tickets to go. I mean, free flights and everything, right, Craig?
Damn, he done got quiet in the mug.
He got as quiet. Hey, so dog, he got as quiet as those defenders in the championship game.
Now he went black. No pun intended. He went black. No, okay, there he is.
I had to disconnect. I was saying what you saying. My internet went down for a second.
The shoddy internet, huh?
Yeah, internet went
going around.
Hey, it is all good as we go ahead and to the NBA top NBA standings. The NBA playoffs begin in 3 weeks, and it's going down to the wire. This is one of the best times of the year as well, because now all these teams got to play. You can't take days off, if you are in a certain spot in the brackets right now or in the standings. Let's go off with the East. Number one, we have the Boston Celtics right behind them. Well, I'll probably say about a good 9 games behind. The Milwaukee Bucks, number 3. Cavaliers, number 4. The New York Knicks, number 5. Now, I also wish Stan was on the show, because it was this very show, I believe, in which I asked Stan about the Mavericks, and he said, just right now, that they top 5 team, they'll be down low. Pause. They'll be
No diddy.
They'll be 10 or behind that, whatever. But no, they are at the 5th spot at 42-29, not 28-29, not 30 and whatever. They are 13 games over 500.
Not 34 and 38.
Exactly. Shots fired. Number 6, you have the Pacers. Now, For those who may not be used to the play-in, 7 through 10, we have 7, the Heat, 8, the Sixers, 76ers, 9th, the Bulls, 10th, the Atlanta Hawks. So here's how the play-in tournament goes. 7 through 10. The 7th seed will face the 8th seed, and then the 9th seed will face the 10th seed. The winner of the 9th and 10th seed will play the winner of the 7th and 8th seed. The loser of the 9th and 10th, they're gone. No more chances. You out of there. The loser of the 7th and 8th seed will play against the winner. No, I'm sorry. I had to write it first. Yeah. So the 10th seed, or let's say if the Hawks face the Bulls and they lose, they have no more chances. They're out the playoffs. And then you have the winner of the 7th and 8th seed will face off against the Bulls. And then that's how you get your last two teams in regards to the playoffs. Let's say if the Heat defeat the 76ers, the Heat will be in the playoffs. So then you have the 76ers will face the winner of the 9th and 10th seed squad. So that's how the play-in tournament goes. Winner of the 9th and 10th will face off against the loser of the 7th and 8th seed. So it's been pretty fun these last 3 years now, I believe. So it's been more exciting. But go ahead, Craig. I'm sorry.
Just to understand, so the winner in the 7 and 8 automatically gets into the playoffs. Is that correct?
Correct.
Yeah. And then that loser has to beat the winner of the 9 and 10 to get into the playoffs, correct?
That is correct.
Okay. All right. I understand now. I don't know why I didn't understand that last year, but it's cool. All right.
So going to the West, we have number 1 seed, the Denver Nuggets. The number 2 seed, y'all. Yes, number 2 seed, the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Man, I love that squad, man.
That's not a surprise, though.
Another possible shocker, number 3 seed, the Minnesota Timberwolves. Anthony Edwards. Wow. Man.
But Towns went out. I don't think they're going without. I don't know if they can do it without Towns, man. I don't think they're going to win the first round playoff series without Towns.
I agree with that. You got to have Towns healthy. Yeah. Number 4, the Clippers. Number 5, the Pelicans, and Zion Williamson. He's healthy. He's slimmed down since that play-in tournament they had during the season. I'm sorry, the in-season tournament they had. He's been slimming down since then. He's doing much better. Number 6 seed, the Mavericks. Number 7, Kings. Number 8, the Suns. Number 9, the Lakers. And number 10, the Golden State Warriors. But right behind Golden State Warriors, y'all, if y'all see top right, the Houston Rockets have won 9 games in a row. They are coming. And wait a minute. No Diddy.
Man, you just made it a no Diddy. I wasn't even thinking that.
But Ime Udoka got his team firing on all cylinders at the perfect time. And if Golden State is not careful, they may not even be eligible for the play-in tournament. And if that happens, my wife is going to be so pissed.
Well,
she's going to be mad.
You know what's crazy is that how many games has LeBron sat out? Because I just looked up, they won 4 games in a row. How many games he done sat out so far? Was it 1 or 2?
You talking about the whole season, or you just talking about the stretch?
The Lakers in the stretch right now. He just sat out. I know he sat out a game the other night, but they won 4 in a row. And how many games was that without LeBron? Anybody know that?
He's played 3 out the last 4.
Oh, so he only sat out 1 game. Only won 1 game without him. I know the other night he was playing. I don't know who they were playing. I was watching. I was flipping back and forth, and I noticed he wasn't in. He didn't play. They kept saying he's not playing tonight.
Yeah, that was last night against Milwaukee, in which the Lakers.
It was last night. Okay.
Yeah,
they beat Milwaukee last night.
Yes, they did in double overtime.
Wow.
They sure did. AD
Yes, they-
ball last night.
You know what? And I hate to say this. The Lakers, if they make it in, they could go on another run. I hate to say that because I just don't like LeBron fans. You know, they just hurt me. But
my only concern, Craig, is they cannot face the Nuggets in the first round. If they do, they out because the Nuggets have their number. They have to avoid the Nuggets until the Western Conference Finals, like last year. If they have to face them in the first round, bye-bye.
You know, I don't know much about basketball, but I do know this. If the standings stand right now, I want to be a fly on the wall on the Sanders experience when the play-in tournament starts.
Woo! 9-10.
I just want to sit back and just see.
Yep.
Again.
Because
y'all gonna interact.
Because right now, Golden State is 2 games behind the Lakers, but Houston is 1 game behind Golden State. So
yeah.
We gonna see what's gonna happen with that Golden State roster if they don't make it to the playoffs this year.
Oh,
I honestly think it's time now. I really do.
End of an era.
I think it's time to break it up. It's time to break it up now. It's time.
You know what? Go ahead.
You done got all the gas that you gonna get out of it now. That last when KD left, that was it. That was it.
But they just won one like 2 years ago. They won one.
Right. Yeah, they did. But what I'm saying is, you would never. I don't think it's gonna ever be like it was when KD left. Is what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
I'm trying to figure out how you say that when they just won a championship without KD 2 years ago.
Yeah, but just I'm talking about statistically. Look at that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the stats. They were a better defensive team with KD. They're a better offensive team with KD.
So you're saying that they peaked when
when KD got there. All KD did when he got there was just it was like a kid going to a brand new school.
But
the bus pulled up, they opened the door and said, "Come on, get on and enjoy this ride." And that's all he did, just enjoy the ride.
I'm a KD fan,
and I hated KD for that.
But I
hated KD for that.
I can't discredit what Golden State did 2 years ago in the playoffs against Boston, in that series against Boston. I can't discredit. You know, they stepped up to the challenge, and they came together. You know, what I'm saying is, I'm just saying you're right about it's time to switch it up. And I think when people gonna say like, no, they don't need to get rid of it, I think it's time for them to let Draymond Green go. I think they need to start. I think they should keep Clay and keep and then let go Steph. Steph not going nowhere, but I think they should keep Clay and let Draymond and a lot other pieces go and bring in some other young or mid veteran talent into the system. I think it's time for Draymond to get his, go to a whole nother spot, whole nother team and do his thing. I think he is, I just from a personality standpoint, they just need to get away from him, So, but this has been a bad year for them. They just been terrible this year. I mean, overall, they just been bad. But I don't think that they can't win it again. I think with the right pieces, I think Steph has a good 5 years left in him. I think he can go 5 more years. I mean, running off them picks, shooting. I mean, and if Clay can get his game back, I think he just lost his game. He just lost sight of his game for some reason. If he can get it back and you put some good pieces around him, other than Draymond, let Draymond go, get rid of Draymond, ship Draymond off, get rid of Draymond, and maybe they,
You know what else they need to do, Craig? They need to ship Draymond off.
Yeah, let Draymond go. I think that's,
And speaking of Draymond, I don't know if y'all seen this, but today, during the game against Orlando Magic, he was ejected 4 minutes into the game.
Let Draymond go.
4 minutes into the
game, he had 2 technicals that was called on him 4 minutes into the game.
Let him go. He's more of a distraction.
You know what I think? Like I said, I'm not an expert in basketball, but psychologically, I think this is a player that is sensing toward the end of his career, and he can't let go, and he's lashing out.
He cannot let go. I mean, dude, you can't argue every call. You argue every call, everything that happens every time. It's crazy, dude. I mean, and I'll be honest with you, I was a Draymond fan at a certain amount of a time, but he can't stop. It's like, dude, if you just watch him, if you watch even the smallest plays, he's arguing. I'm like, yo, man, man, come on, dude. Come on.
Yeah, I think he can't come to grips of his career coming to an end. And so he's lashing out.
He is the alpha because Steph doesn't speak up and do all that. Steph is the baller, and he shows all his leadership on the court. Draymond is the alpha male there. Steve Kerr can't control him, so he's going to do what the hell he wants to do. So you know what? You got to go do what the hell you want to go do somewhere else now, sir. We're done with you. And I think that's the piece to move, for real. I mean, that's just my opinion. I mean, I'm not no basketball expert. I watch. And I watched this Bama, and that Bama is a big Bama. So he got to go. He got to go. That's just my take. And along with him, get rid of the whole Washington Wizards team from the front office to the top to the bottom. Get rid of everybody. Okay, that's it.
So,
I say get rid of everybody.
Everybody.
Miss Dub asked, is that a record for how early a player is ejected? I'm looking right now online, and he's the first player to be ejected at least 4 times in a single season since Durant. Let's see. Greg Popovich, even though he wasn't a player, as a coach, he was ejected 63 seconds into a game in 2019.
I think I remember that.
God damn.
I think I remember that. I think I remember that.
I'm looking at other stats or other games to see if there's a record for players, anyone faster than Draymond. And right now,
he beat out Dennis Rodman. Dennis Rodman was the kid getting thrown out of games at one time.
Let's see. Michael Berry said, you just said the same thing, Sadal.
Yeah, see.
And shouts out to Michael Berry. He's on the X right now. He asked about the Cardinals baseball. Are we ready for Cardinals baseball? Craig, you ready for Cardinals baseball?
Yes, let's go. No.
Show off your shirt again for Michael to see.
I don't know what's wrong with Mike. Mike got a problem. He don't recognize this greatness on my chest.
There you go.
You don't recognize this? Come on now, man. Come on now. You're
another person who's delusional right now.
The 2024 World Series champions, the Washington Nationals. Yes. What's wrong with you?
Miss Dub says she always liked Rodman. Oh yeah. He was always someone that you just love to see on the court because he be doing his antics, but he was very instrumental in regards to the Bulls runs those last 3 years that he was with the team. So shouts out to him. So let's get to our last segment. This should be fun. Michael Berry says, whoa, he got the Nationals as his dark horse team this year. Oh,
what? Lord. Hey, put that man on, get that man a slot on this show.
Well, you talk about
my man, Mike.
That horse is as dark as Craig. Craig right now.
Let's mess that out. That was messed up, dog.
That's a dark horse right there, man.
Damn. You calling the black stallion? That's what you calling it, man. That's messed up.
I'm not too far behind. Shoot.
Oh man. All right, y'all. it's time for our last segment, which is we're going to still consider it right now a new segment because it's the second time we're doing this. This is called LANK. And for those who may not know the story behind what does LANK mean, here we go, and you're welcome.
Jalen Milroe often wears his own branded apparel reading LANK across the front. It's an acronym that stands for Let a Naysayer Know. Being told by his former offensive coordinator, Bill O'Brien.
That is not what I thought.
Is that not what you thought?
Boy, let a naysayer know.
Let a naysayer know.
Of course. The professional's right in the middle of his lead.
That's all right. I just keep going.
You almost lost me. It got real tight up here as you were. I just want to let you know.
Reese, you were too smooth with that. I thought it was going down. I thought it was going down out here.
Oh, sorry about it. Let a naysayer know.
Let a
naysayer know. That's what we thought the whole time. That's what we all thought.
So there we go. That is what LANK mean. Let a naysayer know. So right now we're going to use sports, of course, in this segment, and letting a naysayer know how you feel about a certain player, team, whatever it is, sports related. And Sadal, I know you're ready for it, so you're up first.
I gotta let a naysayer know, man. The NFL Rules Committee, man. What are we doing, man? All right, we are talking about none other than this drop tackle rule. So apparently, the geniuses at the NFL Rules Committee has outlawed the drop tackle, whatever that means. So they come out with a series of clips of a tackle that needs to be outlawed. And basically, you cannot tackle anybody from the hip and, as they call it, release your weight off of onto the player or whatever that means. So basically, if you really look at the tape, it seems like you can't tackle anymore. So it's just ridiculous. And you can't really define what it means, but yet you say this tackle is a 20 times more likely for a player to be injured on. I don't know how you come up with that number when you can't even define it. It's crazy to me. So let me get this straight. Now, I get that you can't tackle along the head and you can't do certain things on the field for player safety reasons. I get player safety, but damn, man, when you play football, those professionals know the risk of injury. They understand that. They don't need to be babied. What all this does is it taints. It gives the offense an even more competitive advantage as if they needed one. You're going to get to a point in some game, I can predict it right now, to where a player is going in for a tackle at a critical moment. Either they're going to get flagged or they're going to double think it and not tackle and give up a key play in the game. And I'm going to tell you right now, the days of the 85 Bears and the 2000 Ravens, it's over now. It's over. I mean, you're going to start to see 40, 50 point games. You know, that 70 burger that Denver put up, you're going to see more of that. And the refs it's really going to be a field day with these refs because they're going to not know what to call. Any tackle is going to be a drop tackle. So in my eyes, you can't tackle at the knees anymore. You can't tackle at the head. Can't tackle guy from the front. Can't tackle from the back. Can't tackle from the side. Can't do anything. It's crazy. You might as well just put the flag on them right now. Put the flag on them and say, hey, this is how you tackle now. Take the flag out. Take the flag off the belt. That's how you tackle. They might as well just put the flags on them right now. because it's crazy, man. Craziness. And put the graphic up. I want to show you this. I'm going to show you this graphic here. Now, this is the famous tackle in Super Bowl 34, Rams-Titans. Last play of the game. If this rule was in place at that game, here's the ref's call. Personal foul. Hip drop tackle on number 52 of the defense. It would be a no call. That famous play, the play that they always show on all the famous NFL films and highlights of the game of football and the great moments of the game, that play would be a penalty. And it's ridiculous. When will it stop, man?
I think they should take the Rams Super Bowl away because of this.
I knew you were gonna say something.
Can we go on the record books? This needs to be looked at, and maybe they can take away this championship.
No, Craig, I would expect this from somebody like T-Bone. Not you, Craig. Not you.
Man, maybe we can.
I'm done, man. I'm done with my rant.
So my question is, how do teams expect to tackle Derrick Henry?
You can't.
You can't tackle him up high. You can't tackle him up high. He gonna throw you in the ground if you tackle him up high. You don't have no choice but to tackle him down low.
They outlawed.
You can't tackle below the knee now.
Right.
Can't tackle below the knee. So what do you do? What do you do when you try to chase down? Now your team is the Dolphins, right, Mario? How are you going to tackle Tyreek Hill?
You just can't. You're just gonna watch him put the peace sign up. That's all. That's all you're gonna do. You're just gonna watch him put the peace sign up. That's all you're gonna do. Just get used to this. You're just gonna get used to this. That's all you. Yeah, it's gonna be a whole lot of that going on.
There's gonna be a lot of 70 points put up.
It seems like these NFL owners make these rules without real guys that actually have played the game in the room. You know, I don't think a lot of these NFL owners have. How many NFL owners have actually played in the NFL? That's a number. That's a statistic I would like to know.
Zero.
Zero.
Jerry Jones played in the NFL.
Nope.
He didn't.
He played football.
He played college
football
in Arkansas. He played in Arkansas. That's about it.
He played in the NFL. He didn't play in the NFL.
No, he played college football in Arkansas.
Oh, damn. Okay, so how many is there? Are there zero owners? So how are you making rules and you've never played? You should have some representation of some players in these meetings with these dumbass rules.
You know what, Craig? It goes back to what you said before. You know why they're putting these rules up? To protect against lawsuits. So the players will come back and say, hey, you know, the CTE, these head injuries. They could say, hey, we tried to change the game. Look at all the rule changes we made. See? No blood on our hands.
After they tried to cover up all the CTE stuff and all the crookedness they did, and we right back here watching these Bammers, and it's documented that they effed all the players. They did,
Yeah. Instead of compensating the veterans and the former players the right way, you just put up these stupid ass rules that's gonna ruin the game. It's just stupid.
All the money you got, you just won't pay it. Won't you just
pay them?
Just pay them. Just pay the money. But what did I say? Start the show off with American greed. That's the bottom line. That's the bottom line. Yeah, go right back to it. It's all about.
Hey, Smooth man. That's your tagline for this episode. The Man Cave, American greed.
hey, you beat me to it, Sadal. That's exactly what I was getting ready to say too. Yeah, I was just about to say the same thing. I was just about to say the same thing. I mean, it's some things you talk about. Yes, it does roll into what Craig's saying, but tonight everything basically rolled into what Craig's saying.
Rolled up like
it just rolled over. I mean, it had. Yeah, and all we.
And man, we smoked that thing up, man.
Fucking that not a pack, huh?
Yes,
we smoking that green
all
pack.
the fans need to show up at the stadium with
that green pack right there, man.
Owners.
Oh man! All right, so Craig,
I really don't.
Huh?
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, Mario, real quick. You go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say I really don't have anything, man. I mean, Sadal spoke on what I was gonna talk about too, as well, because I mean we've been talking about it at work, and it's just, I mean, what the guy said a few minutes ago, just put the flags on them now, man, and just take the equipment off, just put the flags on them, and we just watch them play flag football like they do during the Pro Bowl. I mean, it's really no need to even put the equipment on them anymore. And I think a lot of these changes are coming from all these, I would say, they look at these games on the off season, and I think they look at a lot of film and stuff like that during these meetings, and how some of these players get hurt and stuff like that. And most things come up from statistics, and if that's a rule that they want to change based on statistics, but I've yet to really see anybody get hurt by a tackle like that.
Craig.
But again, like what you guys said earlier, won't tackle Derrick Henry.
Right. Like, how can you stop that? Craig, do you have a LANK?
Let a naysayer know. I guess something real quick. Let a naysayer know. Let all these talking heads across college football that are hating on NIL, let them know that the system created this and it's not going nowhere. If y'all trying to say that the players, they don't have the loyalty to the teams, they don't know that they lost the true spirit of the game. Y'all naysayers need to know something. If a coach can leave this squad and go to another team and make another $5 million, why can't a player? All you had to do was pay them in the beginning, and none of this would have happened. So let them naysayers know it has nothing to do with the kids, because y'all didn't give a damn about the game in the beginning. All y'all cared about was the revenue. But now that the kids are starting to get something out the game, you're talking about, well, the game is starting to really, we're losing the integrity of the game and all this. Oh yeah, you want to blame it on the kids. Y'all naysayers, y'all should know you're full of that sugar honey iced tea. And that's all I got. Naysayers. I want to say the real word.
Right. Naysayers.
At McAfee. All right. So mine, and fellas, I'm gonna ask this question, and whoever want to say it first, maybe I want to say it together. But on the count of three, when it comes to Anthony Davis, what was the famous nickname that he was called over the last couple of years?
Soft.
Yeah, soft.
And what else? What was the
Street
name?
clothes.
There we go.
Street clothes.
And the reason why was because he was always off the court, hurt. Well, guess what? This year, he is ranked number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th in the league in minutes played.
He better. He on my fantasy team.
6th in the league in most minutes played. He has played so far 68 games this year, which is amazing. And he's been dominant on the court. He hasn't had those moments where in the past he'll score 25 points one game with 15 rebounds. In the next game, he get 2 points with 2 rebounds. No, he's been more consistent. He's heard the chatter. He's heard the noise. And this year, he has shown up. If the Lakers don't succeed for some reason, you cannot say it's been because of AD and him not being available. He has been available, and he heard the whispers, he heard the noise, and he finally did what he needed to do to be available game in and game out. For you to be ranked number 6 in the league in minutes played at this time of the year says a whole lot. So I'm glad that people like Anthony Davis, who knew the criticism, he heard it. It's like we see it on social media and wherever else. He saw it and he did something about it, and he's been there game in and game out. So he letting all the naysayers know that he's reliable and he's not soft and he is dependable game in and game out. Finally, so shouts out to AD.
Well, Smooth, you better tell that naysayer Stephen A. Smith what's up.
Stephen A., check out our show. That's all I gotta say. But with that being said, man, what an incredible show we had tonight, fellas. The longest what's the word segment that we ever had on the Man Cave, but it was worth it. It was fun. The tagline today was what's it all?
American Greed.
American Greed.
American Greed.
And yes, Miss Dub, instead of complaining about the comments, he stepped up his game, and that's what professionals do. Michael Berry says he went 55 minutes last night. They played in double overtime. He had damn near 30.
He had 30. He gave me 85 points on my fantasy league last night. He gave me 85 points on my fantasy league last night.
Let me see. Last night, 52 minutes. He had 23 total rebounds.
Man. Okay.
That's domination. Michael Berry, thank you very much. Tune in, share with your peoples about our show. We want to get so many more people tuned in to know about the Platform Sports Talk Show. I'll break everything down in just a second. But once again, fellas, amazing show. Great conversation and keeping it 100. Craig, we got political. We got biblical. we talk about gun laws. We talk about everything tonight, and it was truly an amazing show. So thank y'all very much. Look forward to the next edition of the Man Cave. For those watching for the first time, this is the Man Cave goes down every last Wednesday of the month. This is the Platform Sports Talk Show Network, as Craig Black loves to say, because this is the network. We got a lot of stuff going on every Wednesday. And you can give us a follow on Facebook, the Platform Sports Talk Show, on the X at 314 Sports Talk, on Instagram at Platform Sports Talk. If you or someone you know will be an amazing guest with a story to tell, shoot us an email at platformsportstalkshow@gmail.com. Also, they can go on YouTube, Sadal, subscribe and click on that
bell,
because anytime we go live, Sadal,
you will be notified.
The show will be uploaded right away on all the social media accounts, and also including Roku. So if you have a Roku device, just put in the Platform Sports Talk Show as a channel and give us that follow. Also, you can hear us every Wednesday and every Sunday afternoon at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time on Hot 365 Radio, where it is always hot. Go to hot365radio.com, or if you have an iOS or Android device, just put in Hot 365 Radio on the Play Store and you'll see the logo, and boom, you're good to go. We also on twitch.tv/Hot365 Radio, and also twitch.tv/Smoooth Productions, Smooth with 3 O's. As you just seen tonight, every last Wednesday of the night, of the month on Wednesdays, it is the Man Cave. And then every first Wednesday of the month, which is next week, we have the All Ladies Panel, Ladies Night. And when I say these ladies know their sports, they know their sports, and they will have an incredible guest on the show next week. Look forward to it. And with that being said, fellas, once again, great show. I appreciate y'all. I know Mario about to doze off in the next 2 seconds, so I ain't gonna hold him any longer. He like, bruh, I can't take it no more. It's past my bedtime.
We at that age, man. We at that age, man.
Hey,
well, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not even gonna trip, man. I mean, I had me a few over here. That's why I'm dozing off. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all.
It's the man cave, man.
Matter of fact, Smooth is your favorite, bro. It's your favorite.
Hey, got that American Honey. Oh Lord, I don't know how you survived if you had a few of those. And he survived the whole freaking show. Wait a minute, hold on. Show it again. There it is.
American Honey.
Hey, look, these just the minutes. I think it's like the third one, fourth one.
Oh my
about to
Lord.
get another one. Yeah, I'm just chilling.
At least you at the house, man. You at the house safe. You ain't getting no motor vehicle.
Yeah, I'm at the house. Yeah, I got a chauffeur upstairs if I need one.
There you go.
I got a chauffeur upstairs if I need one. I ain't going nowhere though.
There we go. All right. Well, once again, fellas, I appreciate y'all. Great show for everyone else watching. This is the Man Cave. You just never know what you're gonna see here on the Man Cave, even stuff like this.
We had a phenomenal day today. Negro League Museum and Arthur Bryant's Barbecue.
What that naysaying say?
Right.